I do believe we're getting the hang of this.
I think we are.
You want to say it?
Oh, yeah. Welcome, replay viewers.
It's like, oh, yeah, that thing we used to do on
all
Periscope.
New viewers and all migrated viewers.
Migrated viewers?
Migrated
You make them sound like birds.
Butterflies.
Butterflies? Migrational butterflies? Okay. Yeah, well, the monarchs aren't back for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to play the radio just to see what happens with that. What was that? What do you mean, what was that?
Indian South.
What do you mean, what was that?
That was our little promo video.
Yeah, we haven't used it in a while. We used to use it on Periscope all the time, but then the OBS and everything. Hey, Newport
Beach.
Newport Beach. Yeah, it's
Rhode Island, right?
This is still the crappy camera. We ordered the other one. We don't know when it's coming, so until then, we have the crappy camera. We're going to try doing some more. Maybe the next one might be on the iPad. Maybe we'll attempt to bake or cook. Actually, we're going to try to cook a turkey. We're actually going to... Good evening, Bobby. Good evening. We're actually going to try to cook a turkey this year.
Mm.
She says with great...
Didn't we try that on Periscope?
We did turkey on Periscope?
Did we do that turkey on
No,
we didn't.
God, we were running around like madmen with that turkey.
God, we didn't.
That turkey was like a mistake.
What, three Christmases ago or three Thanksgivings ago? We had this crazy idea of doing the turkey in the barbecue because the weather was really nice, and then we ran out of gas. You know, have
in the barbecue.
A green screen. Not in the near future.
We're still experimenting with HAPS and
clear in California.
Oh, really? Okay. Because it's really dark. We have an extra light off to the side, so it looks really dark here. It's like this. There's a lot of black void, like even.
Well, there's a lot of black void in us because we live in dark.
You can't even properly read your. You can kind of read it. Kind of read it.
If I like flex my pecs. Ooh, exciting.
Please don't do that.
Camera does look really good. My plans for next year: world domination with my squirrel army.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello, fellow Torontonians. Hey, thank you. Hello,
hi, John.
Thank
you. Thank you. Yeah, so you saw those. I'm actually having a hard time because I had another one planned. We did a few Star Wars ones. I had another one planned to go up today, but for some reason, TikTok isn't handling it properly. The music is overpowering everything, and
can't turn the background track down.
No, the music track down and bring us up. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do because I'm trying to use it to edit too. So, but it's because TikTok's tall.
Yeah, or you could edit it on the computer.
Yeah, because if I save it on the computer, it becomes
landscape.
I'll figure it out. Much better visual app than Periscope. It is, and we don't have to have another app.
Enjoying it.
Like we don't have to have the OBS and everything else overlapped on top of it, which is nice to have everything in one app. But you do get more control if you're using the computer, as opposed to if you're using the app on the device. So we'll see. We'll take it day by day. But I can't wait for the new camera because this right now is our monitor camera. Like the camera is part of the computer. My downtown walk since last time on your scope by City Hall. Oh, John, did you like that?
Mm.
Yeah, we had fun with that.
Was fun. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something like that on HAPS, but I want to be able to take the old iPad because this is not a cellular.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wi-Fi only.
It's Wi-Fi only. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have to run it off the phone. We tried that on Periscope once. That was a long time ago, but we were sitting still.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to go back downtown when I get a chance and do this again with the iPad on HAPS and see how it looks and what happens.
Some great information. It's been very cold during that walk.
Thank you.
It was a little chilly. When the breeze picked up, it was pretty bad.
Still no snow yet. We've gotten some kind of dustings, but still no snow. Yet in BC, they're being buried in snow.
Oh, I know. I saw some of that.
It doesn't make sense. It's like both provinces. It's because we came home.
It's
because we came home.
Yeah.
We brought BC weather with us. Whoops. To our BC friends, we're sorry. To our BC friends, we're so sorry. Mm-hmm. We didn't mean to take the weather away from you. We were actually. Really. I hope it snows for Christmas. It's going to be depressing if it doesn't snow for Christmas.
Not transferring my gold badge.
Oh no! You got to make sure when you did your post, it didn't look like you tagged Pablo. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I can do this for you. Apply. Let me do this for you.
Oh no, it didn't kick it.
What? Yes, it did.
It says no
What?
users found.
I'm gonna go back. No, it's okay. There we go.
Now it's okay. Listen,
hang on.
John. I'll try and keep an eye on
Yes, please.
subject comments while she's typing this out. She's gonna send an at mention to Pablo to see if he can help out with that gold badge thing.
Because they're bogged down because it's
He's
still a
saying I have to do
beta.
other things to transfer, giving me a hard time. Like,
Oh, so hang on. Hang on. Because you got to keep in mind, they are buried. They are very, very buried, trying to make sure this app gets better and better before Periscope's completely down.
Snow in Metro Vancouver, yeah.
Could you please?
Hey, no problem, Mr. School.
Pablo should, if he's not busy on other stuff, he should be able to come over. So.
If he's not like passed out somewhere overexhausted,
Oh my God, those
crying in his pillow.
Him and Peter, especially. Because did you see there's more people in the Habs team now?
That's
I've
right.
seen
Yeah,
more and more people-
he invited a bunch to
Yeah.
your own broadcast tonight.
Yeah. So I think they're so desperate they're actually hiring people, which would be amazing.
To be known as well to hear. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, what they're doing is they've got their top broadcasters that are basically a lot of the original journalists, and I can't remember what the icon looks like. It's a little different. And then the one that looks like a little green ribbon with the star in the middle, those are all Periscope VIPs. So what they do is they pop over to your broadcast and they pop you over to your Periscope. They take a peek, and if you got the VIP ribbon on, then they'll transfer it over.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it just means you get a little more attention. Because everyone, you can do awards here, and you can do sponsorships here. I'm hoping with enough sponsorships, if we can get some, if I can convince the people who are on Patreon to move their sponsorship over to here instead, we can let our Patreon go.
Yep.
Covering my main, but can't get it back. Can't get it
your main
back
profile on Periscope.
on Periscope. What happened? Just let them know that's your Periscope ID, and you have a VIP, right? Because then they'll put the little green ribbon on you. But they're buried. Oh my God, this beta is going faster. They weren't planning on doing this, right? There you go. See, I swear.
That Super Heart Award was just recently created by their team. I think after all the comments about Super Hearts from Periscope.
Oh, we were complaining bitterly.
Yeah,
we were really complaining bitterly. And I follow that. Anyone else on Periscope follow that link for cashing in your Super Hearts, even though you weren't before able to? It still goes to the same like criteria page, and so I filled it out again. But I don't know.
And all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
they still try, but yeah,
Super Hearts.
Yeah, super. I think it's got to be Habs' way to just like because Habs has been on Periscope since 2017, 2016, something like that.
3 or 4 years. So for a good length of Periscope's lifespan.
Yeah, so they have a Periscope channel. And when they saw what was happening and the rumors came out, they started, redeveloping Habs to be a little more general, because it's only been really for journalists and to feed to Periscope as well as their other profiles, their other mediums. So this is all exciting thing for them. They are just overwhelmed by everything, and happily so. The first few days over here, we were helping them out a bit, and everyone was like piling on all these conversations with all of them, and it was just hilarious because every time they got on air, they looked like they were just going to die. They're just so exhausted, Okay, I would just stick to my second account since I emailed and still didn't get it fixed by the devs. Yeah, it's an awkward spot to be in, But let's hope. They're just developing. I remember when Periscope was new. Oh my God, they had a lot of the same things.
There were a lot of bugs in the system. Yeah,
and a team of 9, and then when Twitter bought them, it just.
As cats chase each other down the stairs in the background.
As long as they don't smack into the tree again.
I know. If you see the tree behind her.
Something goes. Watching TV and playing on the computer. Same old,
Same
same
old,
old.
same old.
Aw.
Hey,
Katie.
Katie. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Katie. Katie. If you ever want to ask a lot about us, ask Katie, and hope to God she doesn't.
She's known us for 25 or more years.
More.
At least almost 30.
Well, oh,
It's early Toronto Trek days, right?
yeah, like all the setups and everything.
Yeah.
Like I think TT5. Katie, how long have you known us?
Since 93, I'm sure.
Really?
93, 94 maybe, yeah.
So how's our maple tea coming?
Maple tea. How very Canadian.
How very Canadian. We're having maple tea tonight. Last time we were in Ottawa, my godparents gave us some maple tea. Don't know what it tastes like. We're about to find out. I don't try to put any sweetener in it because I don't know what it tastes like. It's maple tea. Very Canadian. I don't even. How do you make maple tea? Like, I mean, it wouldn't be maple syrup because
It's a herbal tea.
it says herbal tea, but it doesn't say what it's. We are having mystery maple tea.
Is it actually maple leaves?
I have no idea. Wowie. Thank you, Dry Little. Hello. Boba Fett, where? Awesome. Maple tea. I know. Like, it was like little small packs in a bigger tin. And she insisted I take one of the little packs home with me. So we don't know what's in it because we don't have the outer box. So, but it's maple tea apparently. So, and it's herbal apparently. So, hey. My godmother is adorable. Maple syrup, yeah, but maple tea, yeah, exactly. 1992. Katie, we met in 92?
92.
Wow. Wow. No cool mugs?
Huh?
Just
No.
plain ordinary
Just plain
mugs?
ordinary mugs.
You're boring tonight, Martin.
92, right? So the year before we rebuilt the bridge.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We rebuilt the bridge in 93, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why we changed the call number. The registry number to NCC 1993.
It doesn't smell like maple syrup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him sip it first. Does it taste like maple syrup?
Tastes like maple leaves.
What?
There's a bit.
What? How, no, first of all, how do you know what a maple leaf tastes like?
Hey, farm boy growing up and like
You chewed on maple leaves?
I was thrown in many a pile of leaves in my day.
With your mouth open?
It's kind of like eating dirt, right? So
They're still after 33 years. There are things I didn't know about you.
Hurley is behind you.
Hurley? Very sweet maple. No. Well, it doesn't smell. Martin, you tasted it.
Yeah, it's not super sweet. There is a hint of maple. You can taste it. I'm not sure what the tea base is.
I'm scared to drink it now.
Almost tastes like a green tea, but it says back. It's a little tag you put into the turbo.
All right, hang on. It's kind of drab.
Maybe the next batch, if it steeps longer, maybe it wasn't quite steep enough.
Okay, will you please go get me some maple syrup and go get the maple syrup in the spoon.
Okay, we're putting our maple into the maple tea.
This is us naturally. Katie will tell you this is actually us naturally. We're actually like this. We are. So I'm going to I want to introduce you all to Jay Forsyth. He's not here, but the Jaybird has agreed to let me invite him in at some point on one of these broadcasts. And Jay is not only a massive geek and nerd, he is a huge toy collector, much to the chagrin of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And, so we're going to bring him in one day and just talk. See, there you go. The original 100% pure maple syrup. And these are, this style of container used to be little clay jars.
Mm-hmm.
many years ago.
With corks on top.
Yeah, with little corks on top. And then, of course, they sealed the cork down. But we get these at Costco now at a damn good price at Costco. But the dark lid ones are the dark maple syrup, and the blue or the red? The red lid ones are the regular maple syrup. Green
lid. Actually, I think there are three then, because there's a red lid and a green lid and then that. Yeah.
So, yeah. If you want a nice rich taste, go for the dark lid.
Maple butter yesterday. Oh, Hurley, the name of the cat.
I love it.
Baxter. You're talking about Baxter on the floor. When I get up, you can see him.
There's Hathor, which is the fluffy one. There's Pippin, which is the part Bengal, and then there's Baxter, which is the new edition.
Yep.
It was the year Timothy Zahn was author, guest at TT. Oh, you're right. It would have been 92. Maple syrup. Yeah, go for the dark stuff. Always go for the dark stuff, and it's healthier. It's much more nutritious. And don't get anything that says what is it? Not processed. Same with pasteurized.
Yeah.
Don't get anything that says pasteurized. It's not worth it.
Yeah. See R2 on the Mandalorian? Not yet.
No.
We have watched. We finally got a chance to watch. So we are at episode 6. We just finished watching.
Yes.
So we got two more episodes to catch. We know a lot of the spoilers, but please don't talk about spoilers on
just in case.
Just in case anyone else hasn't seen it and doesn't want to know all the secrets coming up and the
although they could tell us to stop.
I mean, it's all over the internet.
Like you mean like the time that we told you that you were not going to read out loud because one of our viewers was going to close their eyes so that they wouldn't see the spoilers, and what'd you do?
Right.
You read it out loud.
Read it out loud.
Twit.
Pasteurized to take out the nutrients. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Sterilizes it. You don't want to sterilize
No, we don't want sterilized food. Well, not that.
Sterilized.
So yes, we're going. What we were saying. Turkey.
Oh, turkey.
We're going to attempt
we're going
turkey
to make
this
a
year.
turkey.
Okay, let's see if this made it taste
We're
better.
going to genetically engineer a turkey. Oh no, cook a turkey.
No, we're
We
gonna.
already have the turkey. It's sitting in the fridge.
We're going to attempt to make a turkey this year because we're doing the virtual thing with the family, and therefore someone else will not be cooking turkey. And we found these really small turkeys on sale at Walmart. So, yeah, Martin and I are going to attempt to make a turkey this year.
Yeah.
If we get enough battery power, maybe
five-
we'll broadcast it.
5 kilogram turkey for about
Yeah.
$11. So that's pretty good.
But last time Martin and I cooked a turkey, we tried on the barbecue in the backyard. This is the place in Burnaby, back in BC. And we ran out of gas. We didn't check how much gas was in the tank.
Yeah.
So we had to run it inside and start the oven and take all the other stuff that was in the oven out of the way. So that had to all be cooked again. And
Separately, yeah. It's like,
it was a fiasco. We failed. It was a colossal fail. This year, we think we're going to try again. Hailed Martin when I saw him.
Yeah.
Nice. Turkey in the make. Yeah, we've never, well, we kind of made the turkey. We wound up dry and kind of no flavor. And so we're going to actually maybe follow something online because that was years ago. So if we colossally fail again, we're just going to cower into a corner and just like cry.
Looking to getting Disney Plus, but isn't feasible.
Why isn't it feasible?
Hardware problems?
We're running it off an old Roku, and we got the
like
code from
5-year-old
our
Roku?
Netflix or Amazon or Disney Plus. Like half of our services are friends' codes.
Yeah.
Shh.
They know. The friends know.
The apps don't know. So we are very grateful for our
They
friends.
all know now because we're on the internet.
That's true. Oh no. Mukbang? What's mukbang?
Mukbang? Master, what's a mukbang?
Wait till we're alone, Padawan. It's an international secret now.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Okay, I don't know where she got this tea, but really just no.
Yeah.
What? You didn't hear? You didn't hear? Well, let me repeat. No, hold on. No, that's not the point of a secret. You say it once and you shut up, right?
Oh, mukbang and eat live stream. Well, we're probably going to be doing Christmas Eve dinner with my family on Zoom or something like that. Zoom or FaceTime or
Whatever David decides.
Whatever our nephew.
But we don't know.
Korea's
We don't know if
okay.
it'll be dinner or whether it'll be like unwrapping gifts or
Unwrapping everything.
we don't know yet. We could possibly have Christmas Eve dinner with them if your family does like unwrapping gifts instead.
Instead, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, yeah. Dave hasn't gotten back to me yet.
No, but your sister just sent us a few checks. It's not really unwrapping gifts.
Look what we got.
$25.
Woohoo.
Woo! Korean saying. Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And I don't know what's happening with my family.
Oh,
My sister-in-law survived cancer. So there's a good chance that even though they're kind of like practically next door, whereas Martin's family isn't, we may not be taking the risk either. We may be doing that one virtual as well. Because, like, I mean, she had cancer. She gets this virus, she's done.
so it's a billing issue. Required links to one bank account and a dedicated credit card.
PayPal requires links to one bank account. Yes.
So in order to use PayPal to pay for Disney Plus.
Abby, she's like, yeah, she went through a lot.
Mhm.
Well, Katie, we have PayPal and it's connected to a bank account. I don't know, maybe we can buy you Disney Plus and you pay us back in cash. I mean, we should have enough, and as long as you pay us back right away, as in like within a few days, so that we don't wind up short. We could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you were kind enough to send us gift cards, and
Mhm.
I promised everyone Christmas cards, but they never went in the mail. And so, yeah, we can do that if you want. You just all you have to do is send us the information you want to use.
For your login, and then once it's set up, you just log in with your email and
Yeah.
password that you gave us, and
And you
there
just
we go.
pay us back.
Mhm.
We could do that.
You notice Disney Plus has offered a huge discount for the yearly
Yeah, because of last
membership.
time.
Because
Oh
of
my
last
God.
time. I don't know who heard out there last year when The Mandalorian was released on Disney Plus. They had this huge influx of subscriptions, and as soon as Mandalorian episodes were done, all these people dropped Disney Plus because they were all paying by month.
So now they're giving you like a huge discount for the year. I think it's like $89 or something for the year, but
Yeah.
it's like $15 a month.
If you do it monthly,
Yeah. Or something like that. Can't remember what it is. But yeah, it's so much better to get for the whole year.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, Katie, let us know. Let us know.
Mhm.
So everyone, tell us about yourselves. Let's get to know each other. This is now our new home, and we're all experimenting with apps and learning the app. I am preferring it on the computer, although I am feeling very limited. When the tree is out of here in the new year,
A little bit more space.
I mean, there's no space here.
it's
and,
literally taking up the middle of the room.
And the new camera comes, the new internet camera comes. We can probably do a lot more. We'd like to go back to building and stuff like that. We're hoping to get some sponsors so that we can let Patreon go.
Mhm.
We were on just quickly yesterday. We were still in our Jedi, so that was fun.
Mhm.
But tell us all about yourselves. Who out here is budding prop makers, cosplayers,
About it. Okay.
geeks? Okay, let us know, Katie.
Yep.
She's got home from work. Joined HAPS to see how it works. Well, definitely welcome, John.
There you go.
Where are you, John? You'll see on your comments there is a hello from. I don't remember I know a few of you did up top a little bit.
Well, John, were you the one from California?
But you'll see there's a little button that says hello from.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Hey there. Too late for love.
Hey.
And admin is in the house. Just got home from work. Okay, we got that. We opened presents on Christmas Eve too. Yeah, his family was opening presents on Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and my family opens on Christmas Day. So
It worked out.
yeah, it worked out. But this
See,
year it's kind of
yeah.
virtual and weird and different.
It's gonna be strange.
It's gonna be really strange. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
'cause
really, really
for
strange.
my family, it's a German tradition, right? We open the presents on Christmas Eve, and Christina and my brother-in-laws were all non-German families, so they opened on Christmas Day. So it was convenient for all of us. We spent
worked really
Christmas
well.
Eve at mine and my sister's families, my parents, and then Christmas Day we go off to the other.
Still experimenting. Not sure how it
that's right,
works.
John's in
Still
Toronto.
though, other than getting rid of the bot problems. You're having. Oh, see, there's your little hello from Toronto button. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna follow you right away, and I'll look at you a little later on. Subscribe. I love that they just added the block feature,
Mhm.
and you're in.
Not saying
Boba Fett is
that.
our. No, we're not gonna. No, we'll take a look at you later on. But yeah, make sure your profile is complete. But are you thinking of broadcasting
Or just watching.
or just watching? Yeah. You want to join us? Hey, John, you got a half decent camera there? I know our camera really
Antoinette,
sucks.
hey.
Hey, Antoinette. I know our camera sucks. We'll solve this soon. Yeah, I haven't updated picture yet. But yeah, soon once I get a new Sal. Cool.
Okay.
Well, do you have
Once
lockdown is
lockdown is
uplifted? No, do you have
mean,
like right
we
now?
can do the co-broadcast right now.
You want to see how this works? We'll have a right now. Doing any build scopes in the near future. Too late for love, Rob. We're hoping to be able to get rid of the Patreon. So if we can get some sponsorships here, we are going to be doing builds. If not, I'm just going to be using videos from other builds to talk about them.
Mhm.
But to do builds live, we really need some sponsorships.
Mhm.
So that's the goal. Hey guys, good luck with the turkey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone want to join us? We'll show you how it works.
Basically, it'll be picture in picture. You in video screen on our broadcast.
As long as you look human right now and you're not wearing something that's illegal, so to speak.
Illegal.
Who knows anymore?
Booster cables? I don't know. First thing that came to mind. you know.
Martin,
Right.
we're not that kind of broadcast. Mm-mm.
This just tastes now like warm water with maple syrup in it, which is not saying that's a bad thing.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Rob, you want to get on camera with us? I'm itching to try this feature out. I know our camera kind of sucks and has a bit of a delay and a bit of a... But, you know. Hopefully going to try scopes outdoors. I usually do event scopes.
Oh, awesome.
Nice, John.
Yeah, a lot of our scopes we're doing. Oh, remember we shouldn't be calling them
conventions-
scopes anymore.
No, they're not scopes. And we're hapsters now.
Yeah, hapsters. Yeah, it's all terminology we have to start learning to let go of. But yeah, I mean, we do a lot of outdoor broadcasts too.
Okay, Rob, stay put.
little
You don't have
tours.
to do anything. You just have to look for the invite. Hang
We're
on.
going to invite you.
Hang on. Too late.
Come
The first time I've done
attendance.
this.
Darth Maul. We meet again
So you have been invited
Invited.
now.
as a broadcast participant,
So Rob, all you have to do is say yes.
and then we can drop you into our broadcast. And
It's the first time we tried this. I have no encounter, Madam and Squire. Hello, my dear Darth Maul.
we meet again.
We did some Star Wars Christmas wishes the other day, so I've been playing with TikTok a lot. I'm having so much fun. So Rob, you should be able to just pop up. Look for the invitation. I'm not sure where it comes from or where it shows for you.
Probably on your comments, or I don't know.
I don't know. I've got him clicked as a participant,
Yeah.
which means he can join. Now, where would that pop up?
I don't know.
Come on, Rob, let's figure this out. How art
How
thou?
art thou?
Alive. Still alive. COVID
taken
hasn't.
us yet.
COVID hasn't. It's not going to get us. Not going to get us. We're going to be good little people with our masks and everything.
Mhm.
You're on
that's right.
Periscope.
That's right. You're viewing through Periscope, so you won't be able to.
Well, Rob, sign in
Come
on
in
Haps.
Haps.
Sign
You got a Haps account now, right?
Haps.
And you'll
Haps.
probably see it pop up right away.
Haps. Haps.
And while
Hapsy,
you're at
hapsy,
it,
hapsy,
go
hapsy.
Haps.
Hapster. Came by to say hi, but yeah, within Christmas Eve? Within Christmas Eve. I don't see the smiley face. Do I need to sign in? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Sign on to Haps.
What she
Sign
said.
on to Haps. Come on,
Yeah,
Rob.
Rob has to be on Haps. Yeah.
Yes. And see, John's getting the hang of it. I mean, we're seeing Rob's comments right now through Periscope.
Mhm.
So when we see the comments on the side on a broadcast, the little Twitter symbol either means they're on Twitter Live or Periscope.
Have to be on Haps to make it work. Yeah.
Just nonchalantly lobbying oftentimes. Well, yeah, but you're here now.
Mhm.
And I see we're not following you yet. Stop scrolling there. To make it work. What? Yes. If when I send the
Okay, you are
invite, it's on
here.
Haps. Oh,
Okay,
good. So you
have
should see an
invite
invite.
somewhere. If not, we can hopefully resend it.
It's gonna be fun. A lot of people have been doing this. We have yet to try. So you should see an invitation something. Like
Carmen,
on your
invited you to
profile or
join
something.
Her their broadcaster.
Yes, ma'am.
Darn tootin'.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I cannot envision Darth Maul sitting there going darn tootin'. Just you don't see an invite.
All right. Let's try again. Maybe you actually have to be
On
online
invite?
as well.
and Too Late for Love. There, I did it again. Do you see it on the broadcast? Do you see it? Where do you see it? It's got to be somewhere. Because we invited you. Maybe you have to go into broadcast mode? Well, no, it's just darn tootin'. Darth Maul is just like darn tootin'.
I see him in his declining years.
Sitting on the front porch.
Reclining in a rocker on a front porch, sharpening his lightsaber. Or whittling away with his lightsaber.
It's like a hell of a whittle job. Lightsaber's this big.
Okay, you're gonna look for different places.
And the stick is this small.
There's got to be a notification section or something that indicates.
Does he have to try to broadcast?
I don't know.
Like if he goes to try to broadcast or something, or go to our broadcast. It's days like these I wish I had two different profiles that we can experiment.
Well, he must be on our broadcast, right? Because he's
no, like I mean, like
on our broadcast.
That's true. Yeah, this is not very Canadian.
This was not a win. This tea.
This tea is not a win. Yeah, that's gross. Ugh. I see you here on Haps. Well, yeah, I sent him an invite.
Out here on Haps, so he's just trying to figure out where the invite went that we sent him, so that he can actually join on to our broadcast.
Yeah, here. Let's see, I'm gonna try this. Camera. And take photo.
I'm always weathering away, especially in my chopped off waistline.
Yeah, you see, now he has this grand opportunity to have that perfect figure.
That's true. But I loved your spider stage. That was awesome.
Yeah, Qui-Gon, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. We're not gonna tell you what Darth Maul's gonna do to you. You'll be just fine.
That's right. Yeah. What? Wait, what? Oh, if he's missing his lower half.
Let's see if I can do this.
My profile didn't see an invite. Oh wow, glare.
No, I can't. Glare is too much.
You trying to use it as a mirror?
Yeah, so he could see the thingy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna. No, I did that, Martin. I did that. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Finger. You're right back.
What?
Quick, catch it.
Your finger?
Cat got your tongue. We'll give it back.
Let me see.
Where's the dang invite?
I want to find a broadcaster. I want the how to
Black Widow octopus. Yeah, pretty much that's what it was.
Okay. Hang on. About no, I don't think FAQ tutorials. FAQ.
Back.
How do I support broadcasting on Hub? How do I cash out on Hub? How do I get the VIP badge? Oh, there's the how you get the VIP badge.
Yeah.
Transfer my Periscope VIP badge. Yes. How do I get the activist badge? Top journalist badge.
Right.
Why can't I post text, images, or video? No.
So
is there?
That's all the frequently asked questions.
I guess so. Okay. Search. Let's see if I can put it here. How do I invite?
Now it's to find a broadcaster, right? So that's the support.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, so you were right. I was wrong. Yep, that's me.
Yep.
We're so sorry. Looking for an invite. Well, okay. If you go to your little bell, the little bell, see if it's there.
Yeah, it should be a little bell up in your top bar.
Your activity. Well, that's what it is on the computer. I don't remember where it is on the app itself. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Video tutorials. Let's see what's in
the menu. Looking for an invite.
Yes, and
somebody has a menu. I'm absolutely hungry.
Where are you going to put it all? Twitter link tutorial, Facebook link tutorial, broadcast studio tutorial.
How to join a broadcast.
Hi, and welcome to a tutorial about how to join a broadcast when invited as a guest. First, you want to check your Activities tab to make sure that you got the invitation. Then you'll have to tap on that tab, and that will bring you to the
Okay. So go to your Activities tab. You know the bell we were talking about?
It should be on the bottom of your screen.
Bottom right-hand side on the app.
Right next to your profile button.
Right next to, between the Go Live and the profile. So go to your Activities tab. Let me know when you're there, and you should see it on the Activities thing. Going to put it on my non-existent
gastrointestinal tract.
Nice. You know, that's the magic of the Force. It's especially the dark side. I mean, if the dark side has cookies, then the cookies have got to go somewhere. You know,
at least you can enjoy the taste of the cookies, and you don't have to worry about the calories or anything, right?
Nice.
Dawn's going.
Dawn, hey Dawn. Oh, sweet. Yes, Dawn. I'm going to hit your little plus button.
Yay!
Yay, Dawn! Everyone follow Dawn. Dawn is an amazing Viper.
And he's written a couple of books right now. One of which is a book on cookies and biscotti, you know, tasty treats like
stuff.
that.
I'm looking at the video, the how-to video.
Katie's back. How's your finger?
Hi, Katie. How's your finger? Did you get it back from the cat? If you look at the how-to video on their tutorial videos, it doesn't say that there's a difference between Apple or
Android. Yeah.
Just that on the app, go to your Activity tab. I'm hoping we didn't disappear. Poor Rob. Because if he went there, then he would have.
Dawn, you've been commenting on Facebook,
Then you'll have to tap on that tab, and that'll bring you to the Go Live tab. Once there.
I've been commenting on Facebook, but now you're on Haps because I just hit the plus.
You'll find the broadcast that you were invited to and select it. Then make sure to select where would you like to multicast this to: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. And finally hit next step. At this point,
because it goes on your profile too.
Your host, any director, or any other guests in the studio.
Two familiar faces now.
Have a great podcast.
So that's in the app now. We're on computer. So hopefully it doesn't make a difference. It shouldn't. Oh, there he is.
Maybe there he is right now. I guess you. Hey, Rob, how are you?
Oh, good. I guess there was a few steps on my end that I didn't complete in order to do this.
Right.
So
okay. So I guess because it's gonna post on yours as well as ours. Hey, you want to come?
Okay.
Come.
I can do this, and it looks like I'm trying to look around the screen to figure out where he is.
Trying to look for Robert.
Where is he? He's over there.
That's crazy. I guess they're kind of strict about wanting to know specific details before they let you. You have to say supposedly where you live. You got to fill in some other stuff in order to get to this point. So it's really.
Well, I think they learned from a lot of Periscope's mistakes, because you could just basically create an account on Periscope and then broadcast whatever crap you wanted to, or start trolling people's broadcasts, right? So this is a little more accountability on the broadcasters part.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And this is easier too than having the OBS and the other apps, all together to try to get one effect, because it's all built into this app as opposed to having all the separate apps, which is what I'm really liking. So you don't have to plug in all the, URL codes and stream codes and So this is much more direct.
Right.
So now that the app knows where you are, it's easy to hook us up.
Right. Yeah, that's what I know. I was just because I kept thinking you guys kept sending it, and then you tipped me off about the bell. So then I went to the bell, and then I had seen that you guys had invited me, and then I went from the bell. I clicked on it. Then it said there's a few things you need to answer before you can get started. And then I was going, hoping you guys were still going to be around by the time.
Oh, you know us. We'll lose track of time and we'll be on here for hours.
Worked. So I, oh, okay. Okay, now it's letting me after I, answered it and did that. So, yeah.
Nice.
This is
nice.
I joined a broadcast on here on this forum, because usually I was on Periscope. That's where I would do most of my broadcasts. And, this is kind of different because you can actually have a video feed with audio, whereas over at Periscope, you can bring people up on the panel.
Just on audio,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that part of it's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool.
I'm thinking the hardest part with this, of course, is the hardest thing to gauge is two different stream rates, right? Like your internet may be faster or slower than ours. Quality of camera may be different. Mm-hmm. So it's good to see that the system is doing its best. The app is doing its best to balance it out, because that's probably the toughest thing about this. Do you remember when we were doing the picture-in-picture with the OBS? We were doing the close-ups of our work, and then we had the other camera. Mm-hmm. Right, but the close-up of our work kept cutting out and was
stalling and stuff like that. Right?
Because the camera we were using for that was much, much older than the camera we were using for our primary broadcast, and that's why they weren't syncing up, and that's why we eventually gave up on it. So you can imagine this app is trying right now to sync you up and your internet speed and your quality of camera to our internet speed, our quality of camera. So I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this works.
Yeah. I guess you never think about the mechanics behind the scenes on how it's actually working, but I can see you guys just fine. The audio seems great, so I would say stuff's got to be working good on their behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I like the fact that I can easily use it on the computer. The computer does kind of limit our mobility, so obviously we can't do outdoor stuff on the computer, but that's why Martin and I are doing our best to work with the computer and the portable app.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was kind of.
They're very different.
Yeah, because I know that when I was on Periscope and when I would be broadcasting, people would say either like your audio would be bad or like they'll say, oh, okay, your face is freezing or this and that. But from what it seems like, I haven't heard much people complain about that. So I don't know if this is just a better mechanics behind the app or what might be the difference. But this one seems so far, from what I'm understanding, I haven't heard anybody complain back on Periscope about that issue. But
right. There we go. John is saying it's good to see us and you, Rob. So that's good. All happy holidays, happy New Year. Nice.
Yeah, and they made it to be like a Zooming experience with broadcasting a little bit. Yeah, well, because HAPS was originally created for journalists and like news broadcasters, right? So you'd have your team or your anchor in the studio or whatever studio, and then they'd be able to throw it to a separate video of somebody in the field doing a reporting, sort of thing. So this is already in a suit to all of this before they even decided to use it for.
Well, and see, we can do. Let me take this little video. Let me see how much this will handle. And we can put the third. That's a video that the computer can be uploaded. So we can layer and layer and layer and layer. Now let me Oh damn it! I got a little overzealous.
Click on that.
I'm clicking on it. Hang on a second. On the tool settings, so I can turn the video audio rate really down so that we don't have to listen to it, but we can see it. So you can layer up, and you've got all these different.
Little tighter.
Space gets smaller and smaller. It's like the trash compactor, So you can add multiple windows. You can add up to 6 different windows, and each of them can be playing different people or different things.
Mm-hmm.
So we could easily invite 4 more people in.
Oh, that part of it's cool too. So basically, off of what Martin just said too, the stability built into the app for video features
Mhm.
is probably a lot more reliable because of its designed purpose. So that's probably why this video and maybe some of the audio is a little better. I mean, I'm not sure the mechanics behind how you build the apps, what you do, but
Mhm.
it's more conscientious for video reliability.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely
you know,
students.
Yeah.
Well, and they even have a channel on Periscope. So every once in a while, they use their channel now. They were doing news broadcasting stuff, and they've been on Periscope for a few years. But now they're starting to use it to feature people broadcasting on here. We have a naughty cat.
We have a troublemaker.
We have a
He's
troublemaker.
going after your stainless steel straw
Oh
on the
no,
table.
no, 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 no! Bad. Klepto.
This is a klepto.
This cat steals everything.
Don't touch that.
They stole my glasses the other day. I had them folded up and on the table, and he got up next to the table and he took his mouth and he put them around the folded arms and took off with my glasses.
Ran away with them.
Just ran away with my glasses. I'm like, really, cat? Seriously? Your eyesight's fine. You don't need them.
So you guys were saying that you're thinking about waiting on any more build broadcasts, just kind of waiting for kind of support in those issues to do
The hardest thing for us going completely online has been, not only following it, like for trying to deal with so many multiple apps in order to accomplish our goals, but also that whole Periscope thing. It's X number of dollars, and then you have to set X number of days and X number. It's easier for us to do basically what we were originally trying to do on Periscope. With the whole Super Hearts program and stuff, is allow people to contribute X number of dollars, and then we teach X number of things. And it's so much easier here because if, for example, 4 of you sponsor us, and you sponsor like $10 a month, right? That's enough money to do a small project.
Yeah.
And then if people have like 50 cents to throw in for an award or an extra $1, so the more on a broadcast that we get from the awards, the more projects we can do. So that would buffer it out.
Yeah, because the awards are one-time contributions, and of course the sponsorships are the ongoing ones.
Pizza's here.
Oh,
It'll be just the
She's
cat
a
Dawn.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get, like, if we can get like 4 or 5 sponsors at like $5 a month, that's more than enough for us to make up the fiasco, the Periscope. Because we lost so much money teaching on Periscope. We just lost a ton of money because people kept asking us for certain projects. So we went and invested in the materials because they were giving us Super Hearts equivalent to the cost of the materials in order to be, to be taught. And then we couldn't cash out Super Hearts because the criteria didn't suit what we were doing as a broadcast.
Okay, I got what you're saying. For I thought maybe when you guys were doing the builds, that it was just a project that you just happened to be needing to do for whatever it is. So I never thought about that it might be more original to.
Well, the first 4 were.
The first 4.
That's how it got started. Like the things like Maleficent's wings, Maeve's wings, things like that. Yeah, we did for ourselves, but we only needed to make 2 lightsabers.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We wound up making 6 on air.
Oh right.
You know, so many people saying, "Oh, we want to see how you guys make the lightsabers." So it's like, all right, well.
And then the plan was to take it and sell it off really cheap. Right. So because it was made on air and there was a sponsorship involved, we would deduct the cost of the sponsorship. Like, how much money did we make that month? And we deduct the cost and we sell the actual item at a discount.
Okay, I see. I got you. Okay. I never knew that was going on. I just kind of assumed it was kind of like part of a show type format where you would just, do something to do it, to show, this is how we do this. So, because you'd see all the details. So I just thought that more like, just doing it because you.
Well, it is a part of it. Like, we wouldn't, we didn't make any money off of it. We actually lost, and not just because we couldn't cash it on the Super Hearts. It was a matter of what we were collecting financially was not. I mean, it was enough for most materials, but it wasn't enough for the build itself.
Right.
But it made us happy because normally we would have to wait for a convention, and of course, because of COVID, we have a whole year of lost conventions, and conventions don't usually pay us a lot. They cover our hotel room, and they pay our gas, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes we get an honorarium. Our goal when we go to a convention is to teach and to share, but our other goal is to be hired to do custom bits or custom work.
Yeah.
A lot of our
Commission
fans,
work,
a lot of commission work. A lot of our fans will buy us food when we're there. So a convention, something we would normally pay a lot of money to go to, suddenly becomes free, and we get to do something we love to do. And that was basically the goal with Periscope, was to really not be out of pocket, but to be able to still do what we love to do. And it didn't work.
Yeah. Okay, got you. Okay. Oh wow, there was a lot more to that than I thought. There's always a lot. There was a lot more to this.
It's so much more to our life than anyone thinks, including us.
We're not a huge, really. We're not a huge fan of every single broadcast going and give us money. It's more along the lines of Super Hearts are there. If you want to contribute, we can do more. We can afford to do more. We used to build for ourselves just because we used to build for ourselves, but we used to build everything out of much cheaper materials.
Yeah.
We still do to a certain degree.
Objects and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like part of it, I think, started even when we had some of our viewers were saying, "Oh, have you guys ever worked with Worbla?" Which is a very common cosplay building material, right? It's like a thermoplastic, right? You can heat it up with a hair dryer or warm water or something like that and shape it, right? We've never worked with stuff. So that's where we kind of came up with this. It's like, well, if we're going to invest in buying a whole bunch of Worbla to do some projects because people want to see us work with Worbla, we can't really afford to buy the material. So that's why we came up with this whole, do some contributions to the Super Hearts thing. And, we started off that way.
Right. Just curiosity, I'm sure you guys probably did, but just out of curiosity, when you guys had the Star Wars style outfits that you guys were wearing, did you guys sew that and sew that? I mean, like, make it from the ground up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our Jedi outfits. Actually, my Jedi outfit we made back in 1999 for the opening of Star Wars Episode 1. Right.
We have to make
Phantom
a new
Menace.
one.
We have to make a new one because I barely fit it anymore. It's so it's grabbing everywhere. And then yours was made about 5 years ago.
Oh wow! It was for Emerald City Comic Con because that was the year that it was really kind of not predictable weather.
Do you want something comfortable?
It was made for that parade. It was made for the one Christmas parade.
Oh, in Maple Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that
yeah,
was about 5 years ago.
That was about 5 years ago. So mine's a lot newer, and it was very quickly whipped up. And its below layer is a sweater I bought because I ran out of time to basically, get the warmer material because I was doing it during a parade. I wanted to make sure that bottom layer is warm. I keep meaning to sew like a black cotton layer to replace it because whenever we go out for spring or summer in the darn thing, I overheat. But I didn't want to wear my Princess Leia because I was swinging lightsabers, and I didn't want to wear my Padme. Both outfits that have to be modified or remade, quite frankly, because they're old as well. But when Martin made his Jedi outfit, I made a Padme to go alongside it.
You guys did all this type work. You guys did everything together then, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't sew. We don't sew for people anymore. Happy to prop build for people, but we don't sew. People tend not to like their own bodies, and you spend a lot of time and effort, and I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with showing up and saying I want my 50% to pay, and they're like, well, I don't like the way it looks on me. And it's suddenly they don't like the color, or suddenly they don't like the way something was cut. You try to talk them into a princess line, and because it'll make them more flattered, and they want a straight waist, and then they wind up looking wrong, and they hold your 50% until you go back and redo it. It's much easier to do a prop. If someone doesn't like the color, just send it back or remask it and paint it. It's no big deal. A costume, you have to start from scratch. So it really became a point where Martin and I looked at each other and said, we're not sewing for anyone anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, it's funny when you think about that. but it kind of takes me back to when somebody would, you know, buy like a wedding dress, they'd want to come in and have it altered, you know, to, I don't know, fit their.
We do a certain amount of that too. I mean, we do a lot of Value Village shopping for bits and pieces of the costumes. So,
Right, right. So those ones, that was just kind of interesting. I thought that's pretty, you know, for yourself, obviously, but that you have the ability to, know, you know, and have that skill set, to do, you know, that type. Because I always think about you guys doing, you know, like, you know, building like spot, like canine, or, you know, like the lights about the. I never think about you guys tailoring the outfit and, you know, creating.
Well, I think it originally came from, you know, wanting to, for Christina at least, wanting to perform on stage, right? So going to conventions and doing the cosplay thing became that performance outlet. So she'd make her own costumes for that. And then when I joined her, like my first costume that I ever cosplayed in was made by my mother. And
we forgive you.
Once I joined her, you know, I started actually making my own costumes as well, and it was all part of that outlet of getting on stage and doing a skit, doing a performance.
Tell them why you sewed your own costumes.
Because you wouldn't.
Because I'm not your mother, right?
You're not my mother. And my mother was very surprised that I was actually sewing my own costumes and doing my own, like, you know, sewing work, because she's very traditional, right? So
Anthony, I can't knit to save my life. That's knitting and crocheting is something I have never ever been able to do, you know, ever.
So
I do
have like a blueprint. Like, did you guys like have a, you know, because like a pattern, and then, or did you create a pattern yourself and then? Okay.
We do a combination. Sometimes we'll get the store-bought patterns from the fabric stores and then we'll modify them. Or sometimes if there's something that's so like off the beaten path in a design, we'll draft our own pattern for it, right? And that comes from years of mucking around and making a lot of mistakes. Quite often, if there's something that's going to be really critical, we'll make it out of a really, really cheap fabric first, like cheap cotton, as a test model. And then once we got all the shape right, then we'll go ahead and we'll make it out of the more expensive materials like the leathers or the brocades or whatever kind of, you know, fancy fabrics that we'd be actually making the finished piece out of. Right. So.
On one Stormtrooper armor that intentionally looks like it was made from PVC pipe and fittings. Probably end up being way too heavy.
Actually, my Boba Fett armor from like 20 odd years ago was made mostly out of PVC pipe and fittings.
And your helmet out of fiberglass. We'll never do
fiberglass, yeah.
We don't use fiberglass anymore.
No.
We really don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth the toxic chemicals. So Luke, I'm not too short, but too tall.
Too tall to be a stormtrooper.
No such thing, Don.
At 501st, we've seen stormtroopers of all shapes and sizes and heights, and tall and short and large and small. And
the hope is by January that we can get at least 3 to 5 sponsors at about $5 a month just to start, and then rely on the awards. And when the tree is out, you know, the tree behind me, when the tree is out of here, we'll have room. And we'll be able to set up a space that we can work on things and be able to set up the computer as the primary, you know, a camera. We've got a webcam coming that one of our viewers from Periscope, who followed us over here as well and has been around for a while, decided to send us the money to get a new webcam so that we can have a better refresh rate and a better. So we're very grateful to him.
Lighting and everything, yeah.
I would definitely hit my head on the door.
In episode 4, yeah, really.
Yes.
Outtakes.
Strapped, unfortunately. Hey, Darth Maul, you want to send the armor to Dawn? You can keep the trooper. Send the armor to Dawn. But yes,
is up and coming projects that you guys are going to be embarking on? Anything that's on the radar right now?
Our hope is to recover financially enough for our 30th wedding anniversary, because we promised ourselves that we would renew our vows every 10 years. And so far it's been much more fun to have the other weddings than it was our original wedding. Our medieval one just before we moved across country was 2001. In 2011 was a pirate one down at a pirate festival. They actually foot the bill for us. All we had to do was do the wedding. So our 30th is coming up next year. So we thought with the whole COVID thing, get enough finances together, we want to do another design of the wings, and this time go more like the fairy wings, and to reintroduce fiber optics in a very different way than we did for Maeve, something more solid. In other words, learn from our mistakes and make two fairies. So Martin will finally get wings on his back, and make two fairies and do like a myth, a fantasy myth wedding, because I still have my own
folklore theme.
Folklore, yeah. So I still have my wedding dress from way back. I'm gonna have to cut it because I'm a different build now than I was back then, and I've got two other wedding dresses I picked up really dirt cheap at a secondhand store.
Dawn, related to the comment you made about me earlier in the Jedi, she's gotten more buff. All the sword fighting.
Yeah, I can't wear my old wedding dress, but my wedding dress was an extremely expensive wedding dress that I was blessed to get at a really good price, because it was custom made for someone else and it's sat in cold storage. So when this one company went under, they sold off. Like, it was originally a $4,500 dress, and I got it for $850. So it's all Italian lace, it's all fancy, but you can't really resell something like that. So I'm going to pull it apart for things like its train and its lace and everything. And then I got two other ones I picked up secondhand, really dirt cheap. So I'm going to pull one apart for the materials for Martin's cloak. And so we're going to do the two fairies. We have a custom order from someone who's being patient, really patient, on Instagram, a custom order lightsaber. So we want to broadcast that one. She's already prepaid for it, and she's willing to wait for us to start in the new year to make it, which I'm happy for. I was trying to rush to get it done before we moved in here, and it just, with all the craziness. And she's like, well, now that you're on HAPS, so we're going to probably broadcast that, making that, lightsaber. There's a few things we want to repair. We want to pull apart. We want
K9 still has to be finished.
Yeah, we want to finish K9 on air. We want to, there's a whole list of stuff that requires fixing. There's a lot of fixing right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I remember when I was asked about R2, but I know R2. So,
yeah, R2 is R2's done. R2 is unfortunately. Yeah,
we need to find him a home where he can be permanently on display somewhere for someone.
Yeah, I'd love to find somewhere that's willing to put him on display. Yeah, because then we can easily get the head going. It's just everything else in the body and everything. We might be able to get the things like the arm and everything, but to run him.
Yeah, no, never
again.
Yeah.
Well, you see, we were, and it's funny that you bring him up because that's my R2 Builders cap. We were. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just thinking about that because I remember when you guys first showed him, and I was just thinking that's so cool to actually have a real life size R2.
Yeah.
From that show, and so I always thought about that because I just thought he was really cool, and it was cool. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to have, something like that. And it was so iconic. That movie was just
absolutely
so iconic.
Oh yeah,
it's to see pieces from that movie. So,
well, it's been really hard. Like, if I had the budget, that would be a huge budget. I mean, that would be a massive project. Would be to do BB-8, especially in this tiny space. We wouldn't have space or time for anyone else, an actual money making project. So we may have to wait.
Right, I can imagine what that would be like.
Well, the hardest thing with BB-8 is the balance between his body and his head. Because if you do it wrong, the head will get pulled down.
Yeah.
It's held in place with magnets from the inside, right? So.
Time to order 66. Hold on, Darth Maul.
Not special order 66.
Not done yet. You're not allowed to special order 66 us yet. Again.
Actually, Rob, are you able to see the same comments going by on your feed, or?
No, he'll see his feed. He'll probably see comments on his feed that we won't see on ours.
Oh, I wonder.
I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Are you sure, Lexi? Can you find my body, please? You have to behave first. At least try to behave. We do make Star Trek stuff, but we do props now. We no longer do costumes. We no longer sew for people. And we've actually worked on Star Trek, some of the Star Trek movies, as well as Discovery here and the shorts
The
So
short treks. Yeah.
we're not allowed to repeat anything we've already made, but we can do everything else because there's that lovely little NDA you sign.
Yeah.
So, like for example, we can make you a Klingon Batleth, but we can't make you the new phasers because we already worked on them in real life. So, yeah, just tell us what you're after, and we always give everyone 3 options: quick, cheap, or good. So pick 2. You want it fast, it's not going to be cheap, you know, type thing. So yeah, you pick 2, and we work from there. We don't actually set a price. Now, the Canadian government is encouraging online companies to start online stores, and they're providing through another company web designers, and we've chosen Shopify. So sometime really soon, once we get all the photos and information together, we will have a web page back up again, because our web page went down a little while ago, and at the cost of the government for the first 3 months. And then after that, we have to pay the Shopify fees, but we don't have to pay a designer fee. And by that point, the designer has already taught you what to do, and he lets you go on his own. So we're hoping Martin and I can learn how to do that part of this. But what we're going to do is we're going to sell off all the samples. We noticed some of the old Etsy stuff did wind up coming with us after all. A few of the boxes and a few of the etched glass stuff that we thought was left behind. Apparently it wasn't. It was brought with us. So we're going to sell them off first, and any samples off from doing the videos for Patreon. Because then, of course, to do the videos, you're creating the item to show people how to do something. So those samples are sitting around here taking space. So that's what we're going to do. Hello, St. John. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to sell those off as the first thing. And then anything we build on here as a sample will get sold off on the webpage. But
if I was really wealthy, it would be so cool to have you guys do a complete to get the DeLorean and have you make me exactly the car.
DeLorean, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I would love to do that.
I think that would be awesome. Exact replica of that back, with the DeLorean. Actually buying a DeLorean, have you guys do all the stuff. That would be sweet. I think that would be so.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah. We've seen a few of them. There's a really good, really nicely done one in Seattle that we've seen many times at Emerald City Comic Con, and he really put his heart into it. Oh my God.
And it's funny, he'll drive it around downtown Seattle, like the full tricked out time machine DeLorean, drive it around the city, and he'll park it at random places to take photographs of it, and usually ends up with a crowd of people taking photographs. I think we saw him down at the Amazon building in Seattle, the Amazon Spheres.
Those were great pictures.
Their like main office building in Seattle is these collection of overlapping spheres, and inside is this huge like ecosystem going on amongst the office. And they do public tours and everything, but it's a really cool, like futuristic looking building. So I'm not surprised he used it as a backdrop for photos.
Anthony is asking if we've ever worked with Doug Jones.
Oh, Doug Jones. We haven't actually worked with him on Discovery, not directly. Back in Vancouver, though, we did a couple of things. Not anything for him or any of his characters personally, but working on like shows like Arrow and Falling Skies. And he's great. I mean, doing the whole like prosthetic alien creature character work is amazing. And he's so good as Saru in Discovery.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's funny as hell.
Oh, he is. I think I'm sorry, the best person to party with out of every show we've ever been on, Christopher Judge. You should see Toke on the dance floor, okay? The man is a freaking flirt and high energy and one of the best dancers I have ever seen. I mean, just him at a rap party is the best to just sit back and enjoy, Don, you got to at least learn how to spell sorry if you want us to take you seriously.
Well, maybe that's how Don wants to say sorry.
That could be how he wants to say sorry, with an extra E just in case.
That's like Siri, right?
That's right. I know the Canadian government helps people who do artistic stuff a lot. To a certain degree. Like, I mean, the government's going to run out of money like any other country. So we're picking and choosing as to which we have the best chance as to which program. The unfortunate thing is Martin and I are over 35. And anyone over 35 gets into what they call a gray factor. So they'll only invest in certain types of things for you, because as far as they're concerned, you're closer to not being employed anymore.
Mhm.
So it's sometimes we have to really pick and choose and be careful as to what we go after when it comes to the Canadian government,
Mhm.
and make sure they're programs that are not startup programs, but more maintaining programs. You know, and we tend to be able to do that. And with COVID, they've put in a whole bunch of extra programs. So this one was not the direction we wanted to go in, but since
Doing
our
the online store thing.
since our webpage found out the virus, then I keep bashing my head against the wall trying to figure out how to create that page. It makes sense to have someone do it for me for free, and all we have to do is agree to a store. So, you know, we wish we had a brick and mortar location for our business, because they don't count this, because we're not paying what they consider what is it, a rent, a business rent tax or something like that.
Yeah, we're not paying, or we don't own our unit.
That's right.
So we're not paying a business property tax on it.
If we were, then there's another program that we could have gotten involved with, which is so much more money. It's a huge grant, but we don't own where we work, so we kind of had to let that one go, which is a shame.
You know, of all the projects that you guys have done, what was the most memorable one that
Oh
you
my
feel
God.
comes to mind?
Most memorable projects.
God, I've been around too long. I started when I was 8. I'm 52 now. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
I have several fewer projects than you, but even I can't think. I mean,
well, the Atom suit was definitely
it's
a
high on the
massive,
list.
yeah,
Mhm.
was definitely a massive thing. Total Recall 2070, the cars,
yeah.
for their time
Mhm.
was a huge challenge.
Mhm.
Full size patrol cars was definitely something people had not done yet.
Mhm.
The visor on X-Men, trying to redesign it,
Yeah.
so that to make everyone happy,
Mhm.
and then dealing with Oakley as well as the company,
Yeah.
like as well
And
as
the
the
production
producers.
designers, yeah. Mhm.
That was an interesting juggling feat. Big Hit was great, blowing up a side of a building so many times in less than 12 hours. I've never seen so many retakes done in this short period of time. Oh my God. Being even a backgrounder on Blues Brothers 2000 was amazing.
Yeah.
Because that was the big concert scene where they needed the additional people. And we said, why not?
Yeah.
So that was great, seeing all those classic performers just performing and didn't have to pay for a ticket and got paid per hour.
A lot of stuff on Stargate in general.
Oh yeah, Stargate was family. Stargate was really family because it was consistent, and
we went to Mexico with the props crew, right? Yeah. one year
just
for
to hang out
at Christmas time. So
yes, it makes the U.S. look like a third world country. Thank you. But yeah, the hardest thing about being when our page went down, so did the production list. And we don't have a hard copy of that production list. And the digital version on my computer is so old, it won't open in any of the apps I have. So Martin and I have got to rebuild our production list, because there's a whole bunch of productions. I'm going through the photographs and trying to sort them out to rescan a lot of them. And a lot of them, I don't even remember the production. I remember building the prop, but I couldn't tell you what it was for. A lot of unique background stuff, a lot of special skills background stuff. I don't remember what shows they were, but I got tons of pictures of them.
Like, what was this? I don't remember.
It does become a blur after a while, unfortunately.
Oh, I can imagine, especially for as many years as you guys have been in business and doing.
We're still cosplayers as well as pro, so it's you've got two other worlds too. Like, I used to do all the media relations for the Doctor Who Information Network and Toronto Trek, and I was certified under Paramount to do X number of things, so that was fun. Plus, at a Toronto Trek convention for me, at the height of chaos, is the best way to put it. Media relations, which means I was technically on call, so I wound up with 2 assistants, Martin being one of them, another young lady being the other one. We also still competed in Masquerade because we felt like it. The display room with the shuttle and everything, the bridge setup, maintenance, and taking care of it all
tear down
weekend.
maintenance and stuff like that, yeah.
We had our charitable organization stuff with CAG Canada, Clean
Yeah.
Out Assault Group,
And with the USS Hudson
and
Bay.
with the USS Hudson
yeah.
Bay. And then I'm missing something because there was one year I had like 7 or 8 jobs.
Mhm.
But yeah, and that was just one convention.
I know the media relations sometimes feels like 3 or 4 jobs because sometimes you're trying to put the guests in contact with the media outlets to do their interviews, and it feels like you're herding cats trying to wrangle it all back together again. Right?
Anthony, I'm gonna do this in voice. Don't be jealous of us.
Mhm.
We pay more taxes than Americans do. Most of us don't own houses. In comparison, a percentage of the country in the States that own houses
Mhm.
is much greater than the percentage in Canada. We just can't afford to own houses.
Mhm.
Our cars are a lot more expensive. Most of us live within 2 hours of the border because we like shopping over the border. Because even with the $1.30 conversion rate, we can still find the things we need cheaper.
Mhm.
There's a lot of drawbacks to what Canada has to do, and I've still had to do crowdfunding too for a lot of my projects because it didn't fall under some tiny little specification. So it's a give and take. It's an up and down. It's a left and right. I'd say it's about fair.
Mhm. Big floor and steel.
Yeah, Don, we've done
we
the
have
same
to do
thing.
that. We have to do
Yeah.
a lot of that too, right?
Yeah, you must have worked with AA.
Wintringham. The name is familiar. We were on the props, like the model shop crew, for season 9 and 10 of SG1, seasons 2 through 5 of Atlantis, and both seasons of Universe. So the name AA Wintringham had come up at some point, but I don't think we ever personally worked.
I don't think we worked directly with him, no.
Night, Annette. Thanks for joining us.
Night, Antoinette. She was quiet tonight.
Mhm.
You stay safe too. Everyone, wish Antoinette well. While she's still here, hopefully she hasn't logged up yet, because she is working at a pharmacy. So as far as Martin and I are concerned, even though she is just a retail job, she's frontline.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a really, really high risk space.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I guess Katie's right. There were times where Katie would see me in the corner crying because it just like I'm not allowed to kill someone.
The guest was being an unreasonable child.
Marina. Thank you, Don. So this is how this works. This is the first time we've done this. I think this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Rob looks like he's in a basement.
In his basement or garage.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe basement.
You with me? I was like, I had to do something, so I was like, oh, here casually, trying not to pay too much attention, but it's a little hard when you're going around carrying something. But yeah, I just had to do something real quick, so I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll take you with me. But
you gotta do something real quick.
Yeah, no,
you need to turn your camera off for this, or
Yeah.
It's not a Zoom meeting, right?
I always thought too, but I know it costs a lot too. And I mentioned this to you guys before in chat when I said it'd be kind of cool to have another Johnny 5. Like the life, like the one they used in that video, the real thing. I just think that'd be so cool to have that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For movie memorabilia, because that was such a classic movie.
We have a massive list. Martin and I drew up designs for a lot of things before we moved to BC, and then drew up even more while we were in BC, and a lot of those we left behind in a big box of random designs, asking our friends to burn them. But what comes out of our brain and what we want to do and what is actually feasible in time and finances, it doesn't always get along. So we have to pick and choose all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone says, I'm going to pay you to do that, all our own projects go on a back burner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be really cool. It's too bad you didn't have like a billionaire sponsor, like somebody who had money, like a millionaire sponsor. You guys could be doing really cool stuff.
An angel investor, yeah.
That's the kind
like an investor kind of.
That's the kind of thing that people stumble on, right? They don't, it's. We did think about that for the Renaissance Festival at one time to try to get an angel investor, and Yeah, the amount of money just to go to an angel investor convention is just so much. But you see, we were blessed with Paramount many years ago, because we used to do these parody plays for Toronto Trek, and we had gotten off stage the one time, and this guy comes up to me and says, "I hear you're in charge of this," and I'm like, "Yes." And he says, "I'm with Paramount," and my first thing, because back then they were being nicknamed Paranoid. So my hands went up and I'm like, we're not making any money. This is volunteer. We just love to do it. Well, that was the other thing. One of the parody plays. Oh. So, I went right on the defense. He said, no. I want to hire you. And that led to years of employment.
Mm-hmm. Doing trade shows, store openings, product releases, like
corporate
video
events,
releases, corporate events.
Charitable events.
Yeah. It was cool. As characters, meet and greet characters. Little stage shows, doing the bridge setup itself, them renting the bridge and hiring us as characters, and it was good. Yeah,
got the training for the batleth. My first weapon was a batleth, so that was nice. I finally figured out what my muscles are for.
Mm-hmm. That's where it all began.
Anthony, so he was a locations manager, I assume. That would be why he's familiar. Outdoor shots and pine trees everywhere.
Pine trees everywhere.
That was their little slogan, pine trees everywhere.
Every planet they went to on Stargate was nothing but pine forests, because it was all shot in BC.
Well, they were hiding things. They basically would carry around large pine trees. And,
the Greens department. Yeah. Bringing truckloads of pine trees to just drop in places.
Yeah, so whenever they had to do that, they pulled pine trees out, which is great. Yeah, we wouldn't have too much direct part in that.
Mm-hmm. We were dealing mostly with prop masters like Dean Goodine and who else? Kenny Gibbs, people like that, and building directly for them.
Yeah, all different beasts.
That must have been quite, an amazing situation that employed with Paramount. It would almost be like the equivalent to a musician getting a record from like BMI, ASCAP, or something huge like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you become. I just think you become family. You literally become family. You wind up doing so much together, and even though you're separate factions, you're still one production, so you're still a family. It's just the difference is, your department is your immediate family, and all the other departments are cousins and nephews and nieces and
the extended like family.
Yeah. So it was really hard when Stargate went under. We just, I mean, we were part of an outside shop. We've done a few outside shops that built some stuff for Stargate. So we were technically building for Stargate before we were building for Stargate, and then it got to a point where Stargate needed more people with the actual shop itself. And so, the applications go in, they accept demo reels, you give them a whole bunch of pictures of the stuff you worked on, and you're either in or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine. Stay with the shop you were building for. But once you're in, you're the family now. You're part of that family. And, I've seen some people get kicked out of those families because they just, did what was wrong. We knew one guy who, did some stuff for Tomorrowland, and he signed the same, the book is this, anything Disney. It's an NDA for all the other productions is 3-4 pages if it tops.
Yeah.
Anything Disney is a novel.
Huge book and liability things to fill out, and it's like hold harmless agreements. It's a big contract when you sign up to do a Disney show.
So of course the head of the shop that we were working with at the time signed all the contract and took care of that, and then we signed the right to read it and all that. And yeah, exactly. Thank you. Happy holidays,
Award. Thank you, Mystery
Thank you.
School.
Thank you, Mystery. So because of that, family goes Mom, Dawn. Because of that, you've got to do things like until it's seen on air. You can't put pictures up. You can't put in your portfolio. You can't claim anything. You can't this. You can't that. And he went and put some photos up, and it wasn't even his work. He was claiming that he'd done the work, but he had taken the picture over someone else's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So he hadn't done the work. Someone else had. So, Disney saw it because he tagged it. He wanted to be known for working on Tomorrowland, and he tagged it, and he got fired pretty fast.
Pretty fast, yeah.
his profile was taken down, the whole works. Set list for tomorrow.
Wow.
Woo!
All right then. Yeah, we'll have to see if we can have the time to check that out.
Everyone, follow Don.
Follow Don Scobie. No, subscribe.
Subscribe.
All the new terminology. I mean, it's not new terminology, but we got so used to the way things were worded with Periscope, right? Follow and all that sort of stuff. But yeah,
I am curious.
she is curious.
I am curious.
Yeah, having me up. I'm going to take care of more things that I don't want to have the whole world involved with. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys having me up, and it was really nice talking to you guys. And I will be around the way, so it'll be cool to catch back up with you guys at a different.
Well, you've got the power to admin there.
That's right. Moderate.
Moderate. Right? Everyone, watch out for this man. Towards Martin. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Everyone, watch out for this man.
I'll try.
He's got moderator powers.
This way. That's right. Hands go back.
Yeah.
Left to the right.
I'll always be fair, so I'll be a fair moderator. So I've had the dishonest ones before, and I've gotten accused of things I didn't do, so I know not to abuse the power. So, I know how
exactly
it was. I've got stuff I did.
Nice.
Well, we've had mods that are a little bit too trigger happy. Somebody said something a little inappropriate, and they to click and block it. Like, no, that was fine. That was okay. Maybe it was a little bit over the top, but
Hey, Pat.
Patrick.
Yeah, no. Also with you guys too, but I mean, I know how it feels because I've been blocked for no reason, and there are other things, and I was like, that was really unfair. So I try to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember Michael, aka Skippy,
From New York, Michael Russo.
Oh, I don't.
That was like years ago. Well, Michael got kicked off of and blocked so many times. He lost his profile. And most of the times it was him just trying to ask questions and having a hard time translating to the typed word. He just kept getting blocked because everyone kept misunderstanding him. And the poor guy, he eventually gave up. I haven't seen him anywhere in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Patrick, we'll join you in a moment. We're going to let Rob go here, and then we'll get you on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later, Rob. Thanks. So I am going to invite Patrick.
Pat Voss official.
Patrick.
CK. Yeah.
Because I had a lovely conversation with him the other day. Boss.
There he is.
There he is.
Boom.
Official. So there we go.
Doing some more liquid that isn't strange. Liquid.
Yes, that stuff was gross. I do not want that stuff ever again.
Mineral water?
Sure.
Mineral water.
Little lemon?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So Patrick, I sent you the invitation. Now, I was watching Patrick the other day and talking to him, and if I remember, it was Twitter that Patrick that I found Patrick on. House is glitching. Oh no! What? Quit your app, honey, and come back. What device are you on, Patrick? Can I get rid of Too Late for Love's little window here? My Haps takeover will make your day. Good evening, Bannerman. So we're gonna, yours is clear, okay. We're gonna see if we can get Patrick on here as a participant. I am going to move the monitor back. Right now we're using the camera on the monitor. So I'm gonna So, oh, now our heads are cut off. I don't like that. Ah! Loud and clear, over. Mine is clear. Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger. Recent guest was a bit choppy. Yes, he was. There is Patrick. There is Patrick. We're going to click on Patrick, and that's how that works, folks.
Hey, can you see me?
Yeah. See you, hear you, the whole works.
So unfortunately, the PC version is glitching right now, so I'm not able to join certain broadcasts. But I'm on my phone, unfortunately. And I can't even see you.
Yeah, stuttering there too. I wonder if
But I can hear you.
You can hear us. Okay, good.
Perfect. Every once in a while, your audio sort of starts jittering.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stuttering on your part, but it could be because you switched to your phone. I'm finding the computer app, the computer version on Chrome, much more stable than the app itself. Oh no! He says he's what?
Suddenly I'm here.
Chopping before, yeah. I am into all over. So let's see if Patrick can try again.
On for like almost, we've been on for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Yes. We were saying to Rob earlier, it's like
time flies.
He wasn't sure whether we'd still be on or not.
Another person from St. John. Hello, St. John. Guys, what we usually do for subscribes and follows
it's the same St. John.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Cool. Is we get you guys to subscribe or follow us, and then we check out your profile. We are looking for definitely a person profile picture of some sort and a description as to who you are. There are some people we subscribe to automatically because we know who they are. And so we just want to make sure that it's a fair follow back and that what you are putting up is something that we would want to see and definitely have the follow. Let's see if Pat can try again. No, Pat is still on the invite list, so
you should still be able to click on it. Hi, baby girl. Someone's really trying to get our attention here.
Martin, you and your abracadabras. That's mind blown. Mind blown, yes.
Or like the whale in Oregon.
Pat can't come up. I'll do it. You want it,
Bannerman?
We're learning this, so we're just going to play with anyone. Well, in a good way, because we're not that kind of broadcast. Bannerman. There, let's try Bannerman. Let's see what you got. Do you like gladiator movies? Yes. Bannerman, tell us what you're using once you get on.
I'm Spartacus.
No, I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
Let's see, Bannerman, what are you using?
A lot of new and creative safe words.
Nice.
The safety word is Spartacus. If you're feeling uncomfortable, just say Elysium, Elysium. Does 300 count?
Oh my God, that was an amazing movie. That was an amazing movie.
Well, the fact that it was a Frank Miller, so it was like the very graphic novel kind of in the way it was done.
Yeah. Blood, gore everywhere. Okay, so there's Bannerman. And I'm going to move you into the frame. There you go.
What's up?
We're still up.
We're still up.
Yeah. I got a colored contest. I forgot all about it. I had to roll over here to my camp to do this thing, and I don't think I'm going to win.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
You like that?
The rainbow snowman looks like a nice cone, you know.
The snow cone.
A snow cone. It looks like a snow cone. Very
Now,
tasty.
look at this thing. Hey, look at these buttons. It's like little babies. I can't understand what the hell they're doing there. Look at them.
Oh my god, they do. They look like little babies. You're right. Oh my god.
What don't even make sense to me. Like this is a little bear. What is he? I mean, what's these little babies doing there?
Well,
hell is that? Huh?
He ate
it's just
them.
not safe for kids.
He ate them.
He's fingering them.
He's fingering them.
I almost didn't finish fighting, man. I said, "What is this? What the heck is this?" Kids are painting this stuff, and I'm looking at this like, "What's these babies doing here?" And then I said, "Maybe I'm not looking at it right. Maybe it's not babies." Then I said, "Hold on a second. The hell that ain't babies. That is a baby too." Hold on a second. What else is?
That image will now be burned into my head. You know,
And I said,
that
what the
image
hell?
is now permanently burned into me.
What's this bear doing pointing to him? I mean, what is this? What the hell is this? I mean,
Everything will be fine.
Gee, man, come on, man. Wow. I don't know. You never
Timmy
know.
Ray, hello from Naples.
Huh?
Oh my
That's
god.
it.
So what are you using to talk to us? Are you using the app or the computer?
No, I'm using my
The app, I assume.
I'm
On your
using
phone?
I'm up at my camp. I'm using my phone. Got a little fire going
No.
over there.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that's nice.
Yeah, we kind of miss having a fireplace. We had one when we were living back in BC, but that was over a year ago. We haven't we haven't had a place with a fireplace since then.
Yeah, I missed the fireplace. I definitely missed the fireplace.
Where you living now?
We moved back to Toronto. We've actually moved. We've moved.
6 times.
We've
in the
moved 6
past year.
times in the past year.
Wow.
Just
Wait,
trying to get it
what?
right.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
6 times in the last year you moved?
Mhm.
yeah. From one bad situation to another. So we finally settled in somewhere here that. Well, we've been here for 7 months now.
And thank
So
God.
that's a good sign.
I was starting to cry.
So was it landlords you had problems with?
Landlords, in the sense that, well, first place we got long distance, so we got it online, so it was sight unseen, and the landlord was sexist, aggressive, irresponsible. Let's just say
bully.
the bully, and the photos online definitely were not what we arrived to.
Mm-hmm.
So it was.
We tolerated it because we didn't have any.
Not like it's off good.
Mm-hmm.
And then a friend said, listen, let me, we've got this basement apartment that we were renting out. We're not anymore. Why don't you move in with us, my family? And we hadn't seen them in 18 years because we moved across country and we just got back. And she wound up being a really bad situation. Her and her husband were always in fighting situations. The child was, let's just say it was miserable. She'd walk into the apartment whenever she wanted to. She was going to charge us just for power and stuff so we can get back on our feet.
Internet, yeah.
And she
Right.
wound up charging us like full rent and waited till we were moved in there before she decided to tell us how much we were going to owe her every month.
Goes to show, even if it's a good friend or longtime friend, get it in writing first.
Yep. So
You
we
better
moved,
get it.
we moved from that to 90% of our stuff in a storage locker and moved in with a friend in her apartment and stayed in the second room. But that became difficult because our cats hated each other's guts.
They were constantly juggling, which cats are allowed to be in the apartment and which ones have to be locked in the bedroom.
That's not funny, but I mean, when cats are starting to fight, there's nothing you can do about it. So you got to get your ass out of there. You can't
They were separating constantly.
do cats fighting.
Yeah, exactly. So we wound up at my mom's place next. Yeah, we wound up at my mom's place next. A little with the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So the cats were okay there, but my mother hadn't had pets in ages, and started reacting to the litter box. And my mom and I are not best friends, so that didn't help.
That was tense. Yeah.
Oh.
And the fact that we were sleeping on an air mattress in her second bedroom, kind of.
Well, so now you're doing that. So now you got a place. You've been in it for a while, and it sounds like a pretty good place that you're going to be happy with. You're going to be staying.
It's good enough for now. We really do like the location, but the combination of rent plus everything else, because it is right in downtown Toronto, and it's only 700 square feet. So we've now got 2 lockers. So between that and the 2 lockers, so we're bringing projects in to work on, and then getting each project done, not overlapping anything, and then moving projects back to the locker to get them out of the way for the next project. So it's been a bit of a juggling, you know.
What do you do?
We're prop makers.
You what now?
Prop makers.
We build props for movies and television.
And cosplayers and yeah.
How's that business right now?
Dead.
It's pretty slow here in Toronto. I mean, they started opening things back up again, and productions are taking every precaution, limiting crew sizes. They're doing daily testing and really like restricting things. So it's taking a lot longer to get things up and rolling. We actually haven't had any on-set work in quite a number of months, but we're trying to do some smaller outside projects.
Part of our problem is, even though we've been in the industry for a very long time, we only recently moved back to Toronto just before the lockdown happened. So the work we actually came back that we were going to have was now gone. So the government's saying to productions that they can only, like, for example, if you have 20 people building a set, it takes 2 days to build that set. Now they're only allowed to have 5 people. They have to be the same 5 people. They have to have testing every morning. They have to have a history with the production. So there's all these things before the government will let them do anything. And we don't fall under any of that category because we've been gone for 18 years. So it's one of those, if we could predict COVID, we would have stayed in BC for another year. We would not have moved.
Have you on unemployment?
Sorry, say again?
Are you on unemployment over there in Canada?
Kind of.
Canada sort of developed a benefits plan for everyone, and freelancers like us have a slightly different way of approaching it as opposed to people who are on a payroll, right, for a company. So there's different ways that we're getting benefits from the federal government to help support being out of work, and even that can only last so long, right?
GMAC, I'm having a hard time. Hang on. Sorry, yes?
My friend is connected with all the movie people in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. We would love to do a shoot in New Orleans someday.
Google the Old Bar.
Sorry, say again?
Google the Old Point Bar in New Orleans.
The Old Point Bar?
He does more movies than anybody there is anywhere at his locations. He has got the locations, and the movies come to him. There's always guys like you who are putting tables together, and chairs and stuff. I might be able to help you out down there.
That would be so much fun when the border opens up. I would love to go explore again. I would love to just leave my niece with the cats and say, see you later.
Yeah.
Go
down to New Orleans for a couple months, Christina went down to New Orleans back in 2010 for a big pirate festival that was going on down there. And she stayed down there, and she actually helped out, did a bit of volunteer work at the Lower Nine for some of the rebuilding after Katrina.
That was amazing. Yeah. That was such an eye-opener. That was such an experience. Oh, my God. I came back just so much more. I felt so much more complete because every place we helped down in the Lower Nine, everyone had their stories, and it was just awesome to hear their stories.
It was bad down there.
Yeah. I kind of wish I'd have gone with her, but I was kind of holding down the fort in Vancouver, keeping the income going and everything while she was down there. But yeah.
When the border opens up, when it finally opens up, and you guys want to go to New Orleans, I could probably help you out down there in the movie industry. I mean, my buddy, all you got, like I say, Google the Old Point Bar, look at all the movies that's been filmed there.
Right. Yeah.
Ray was filmed there. What was it? Man, there's been probably television shows. I bet he's probably had over 7 movies and shows filmed there. All kind of movies.
This is one of the best things about coming back to Toronto is it's, you know, BC is beautiful, Mother Nature. It's rainforest, so Mother Nature really did a nice job on that province. And same with Washington State, very beautiful places. To constantly go between Vancouver and Seattle was always a joy. But when it comes to history, Toronto and Montreal are much older cities. So the buildings here, there are buildings that go back to the 1600s, you know, and 1500s. And they're just, the feel is always so nice and old. It's like New York and Toronto are very much alike in that way. And it's really good to be home, but I'd love to get him down to New Orleans, and I'd love to, I'd love to get back over to England one day. And we have friends all along this coast that we're missing because we haven't, you know, the lockdown happened shortly before we, got a chance to actually go down and visit those friends we haven't seen all those years. It's kind of weird because I'm seeing some of them online, and we've been watching their children grow, and, you know, we've been gone. There's one family down in Maryland that we always did the conventions with, and the Maryland,
the Renaissance Fair,
the Maryland Renaissance Festival. And when we left, the one child, their oldest child, was a baby. And now that we're back, she's like a young adult, and she's got her own job, and and it's like, I just want to go down there and I just want to hug her and say, I'm home. Oh my God, how did you grow up so big? You know?
Well, you two make a lovely couple. I'll say that. Y'all got a personality a lot alike. It's good to see that. So
thank you.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, y'all sort of compliment each other. I can see how you two would be together.
Since 1987.
33 years.
I can see it, man. I can definitely see it. No doubt about it. It's nice being up in your broadcast.
I keep saying I haven't killed him yet.
You got him trained yet? You got him. She got you trained yet?
Well, you know, the whole menopause thing, you know, the number of times he hides under the desk when the hormones hit, you know, just cowering.
Flashes.
I got a pretty good judge of people, and he's easy. He's sort of one of those dudes that's just, you know, he's like that little tugboat going into the waves, just steady. That's
Just as long as I don't turn, you know, I won't capsize, right?
I don't think much bothers him.
Don,
I have my moments, but yeah.
A lot of the productions, Don, that were in Georgia moved out of Georgia and have gone to other states, and some of them have come up here over the border. About 2 years ago, it was something about one of the laws that changed, it was something about gay rights. And so I know they're still struggling to get those productions back, so it'll be interesting to see how much, you know, how that happens. But what is it? Was it The Oranges? No. Yeah, was it The Orange Is the New Black? Or there was one really big production that was in Georgia.
Well, probably the biggest production in Atlanta was Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, right. That's right. And they were the first ones to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was there was politics a few years ago, but I know they're trying to fight to get them back.
Hey, Chris, Free to Laugh Now is on.
Hey, Free to Laugh.
Francisco.
But yeah, so I know Georgia was having some problems. Sorry, Ann?
It was so nice talking to y'all. I gotta go. I'm getting tired, and I gotta drive back down.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, man, and good luck to you. And I hope you
stay safe, man.
One thing I would probably recommend is if that goes down a little bit, is try to figure something out, especially if you got some skills in carpentry. Try to figure out something that you could do online, you know.
That's what we're trying to do.
Right now, yeah.
We're trying to move a lot of teaching online because we used to do science. Well, we still do, but all the conventions were canceled this year, and that's our other income is going to conventions and teaching people how to make their own stuff. And that's all been canceled this year. So what we're hoping to do is we have a Patreon, so we want to get rid of the Patreon and just put everything here and teach here. So get a few subscribers and a few, you know, enough money to get some materials and start teaching how to build, because that's what we did when we first joined Periscope. many years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years, something like that. We were some of the first people on Periscope, and that's what we did is we taught people. And, that was a big deal for us. And we'd like to be able to do that again. So we'd like to have that additional income because we love sharing our skills. And people have asked us if we feel threatened. And I'm like, no, because I'm going to die one day. Someone's got to take over.
Leave our legacy. Right? Yeah.
Right? Is there any way you can figure out some kind of way, especially with his carpenter skills, probably with a jigsaw, that you can cut out some kind of little small, like rabbit or something? Or you have any artistic skills like painting or anything?
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah.
Oh, honey. Do you have Instagram?
I do, but I don't know how to use it.
Facebook?
I don't have Facebook. That's all I got right here. But I would think, well, if you could come up with something that would be just to cut out frame, and then you could do something like a hand painted little deal that you could custom for people, like the kids would be at that age or something that'd be cheap enough to where people just,
Well, what we've been here, where's our little samples of the sugar vials?
Oh, they're out of reach. Around the back of the tree.
See, what I've been doing is we've been doing some teaching on Patreon, and then we want to get rid of Patreon because it's just too clumsy, and it's too difficult to run the rest of our life. But I think they're on the. Are they? Oh damn!
Eddie,
Did we put them away?
up?
But we do sugar bells, which is basically we put little mermaids on them and stuff, and we put powdered sugar in them, and they're good for little birthday parties and stuff like that. And if we were to actually charge per hour, they're way too expensive. But if we're just doing it on the side to fill the gaps, then it's easy to sell them off for like $10 a piece or whatever. So I don't know where they went. So I think we have a massive
rabbit. If you cut out the frames, you can just put some.
There's lots of possibilities, yeah. Well, you can find us, if you decide to explore on Instagram or anything like that. It's the same profile name no matter what.
I think some rabbits would sell, man. I think if you did some kind of little thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a small laser cutter right now that we haven't, like Christmas kind of got in the way. So it's sitting in the corner waiting to be attached. Sorry, honey, your sound cut out.
Okay. Let's talk to you, babe. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Take care.
So thank you everyone for letting us test. But you can see that we're gonna have to get into the habit of not talking over each other, because that's when the microphones. I think what's happening is it's circling back.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I've noticed some people, when the other person's talking, they hit mute on the other person. Because you have control over the mute here. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, we see that a lot on Zoom, right? So
yes.
I can imagine it wouldn't be any different here.
So I'm going to. I hope you look okay. So I see how this works now. When you click on it, it goes to the other person's profile.
Oh, okay.
Use a test towards possibly using this tomorrow. Don, you want to be invited in?
Yeah.
Mr. Don Scobie. Okay. Hang on a second. Mr. Don. Yeah, I think it's a matter of timing. Timing your talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Don, go to your notifications. I will play you music. Oh my God, I should turn this down then.
The music of my people.
Oh my God, it's 12:45. We're gonna have to make sure we keep this quiet.
I think she's not home right now.
I saw an envelope still
there's
out
a
there.
package at her door.
Yes,
That's been there
I'm gonna
for
turn
a
off
day or
the
so.
radio. So
our neighbor on the other side is home. She was doing her laundry.
Okay, Don, go for it. Go to your notifications and you should see the invite. Oh, and Bannerman just went live on his own. Nice.
Yeah.
You see, it's clearer and faster
Yeah.
to refresh rate, right?
You made a very, very interesting point about, Haps is trying to kind of balance everyone's speed, everyone's broadcast bit rate, and everything else. Camera resolution.
How you gonna paint a snowman? Snowman's supposed to be white. Like, what the heck? I just picked the wrong.
Good evening. Ah, there's Grand Admiral Thrawn.
I didn't have a problem coloring. I just picked the wrong.
We have got to talk about the new season after we're done watching it. We managed to get a
Yes.
code so
Yep.
we can see it.
We just watched episode 6.
We're
We're
working
gonna
on
watch 7 and 8 tomorrow. So
If not tonight.
if not
Maybe
tonight,
I don't know.
Passing.
How late do you want to be up?
We're trying to reset our schedule earlier, right?
Not that much earlier.
Not that much earlier. 31 o'clock.
So Dawn, you guys are 3 hours before, so in the grand, we're doing okay. We're alive. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hanging in there?
Come on, Dawn. We want to hear the music
Come
of
on,
your
Dawn.
people.
Mandalorian.
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 Yeah.
Disco.
It's funny, their little tracksuits when they're jogging around on the ship, and it just says disco. On
That took me a moment to realize too.
What the frack?
What?
the frack?
What, Dawn?
Did you not get the invite? Did it not show up? Can you not click it?
Now it will also go on your profile, so you have to fill out the thingy. Thing to connect. Okay, go to your little bell. Are you using the app or are you using a browser? I'm alive on holidays.
on the other side of the country.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. So Dawn, was the last episode you saw? 6 would have been
Mandalorian 6, yeah, the tragedy, the one
Yeah.
where little Grogu gets
poor
gets-
Grogu.
captured. Sent me to making my own broadcast. If you look,
Yeah.
you say your broadcast, and you'll see ours. You'll see the title for ours. You know, any plans for the new year? And click on that one.
Yeah, it'll be in your broadcast list. But yeah, you have to go through the
Broadcast, my
process
computer.
because it will also broadcast on your page as well as ours.
Mm-hmm.
So it will broadcast the portion that you're with us. Okay, yes, that's cool.
Yeah, takes a little time,
But yes, so set it up.
especially if it's the first time that you've done that. And I think next time around, all the information's already in there.
Yes, he won't have to do it again. And a call, yes.
Wonder which one.
Spoilers. Could be the one that's only bragging about it on his.
spoilers.
It could only be the one that's bragging about on his own Twitter.
Online. You mean that guy himself?
He is so loving his Twitter, man. He is having so much fun with that.
Yeah.
So much fun. Whew, I did not yawn.
Oh,
You didn't say that.
No, I
You
didn't yawn
didn't
either.
say that. You didn't say that. It didn't exist. Doesn't exist. Didn't exist.
Well, we'll see if we can get Dawn to join us on this. And oh my God, really? Hang on.
What? Hey,
censoring our cats. Gonna do
Hathor?
Hathor.
We're not that kind of podcast.
We are so sorry, people. Just kind of looked at the screen, at the preview screen, and was like, oh, wait. She's cleaning herself right on camera.
Come on, Martin. It's okay. She's fine. She's fine.
okay.
She's good now.
So cool is
she's
chasing
good now.
on. Well, I heard I heard that if Thrawn is in this season, don't tell us. I've seen clips of the last episode on YouTube. Well, we're seeing this
that is like a
big
first
uproar from
that is a
fans
first.
about how it's a terrible representation of younger Luke and everything, and they should have just hired someone else to play him.
I've seen worse. Yeah.
We see all the new Star Wars shows announced. Well, we heard the announcement about Obi-Wan
Mhm.
with Ewan McGregor,
Yeah.
Perfect. I know he's always wanted to do that since he played Obi-Wan in the prequel trilogy. And I'm
Damn.
trying to remember. There was one or two other ones.
There was a few others,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I can't get the image. You know, I didn't even notice until you made
I
it
know,
obvious, dude.
I just saw this movement in the corner of the screen. It's like, what's going on? Oh, Hathor, really? Now at least she's just cleaning her side. She's no longer like spread eagle at the camera.
But that's a cat
How do they
thing.
do that?
That is, I don't know how they do that. Do you really want to know?
No, I don't really want to.
No,
I don't want to do that.
No.
Ahsoka, yeah.
I'm breathing. Yeah, I was looking at her outfit thinking, I want to do that one
Star
now.
Wars shows. Wow.
What? Really?
This is it's become a big thing. The whole streaming and streaming television for Disney and Star Wars. It's just Mandalorian was so well received.
Movies are streaming too, like
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, they're triple. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says Wonder Woman 1984, but then it says 2020. Isn't that confusing?
Just a little. just a little. Where is it showing? Release date. So you can download it or you can watch it in the movie theaters, but it's like only a percentage.
New Boba Fett show. Yeah. That was awesome.
That was, oh my
That
God.
was so awesome.
Yeah, careful. Katie hasn't seen it. In theaters and on digital retailers. But yeah, theaters are what, 20% or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to hide this now.
I don't think I'm using this tomorrow.
What?
Should be easy.
Don, come on. You can get
You do it.
awards and
You do it.
tips and come on. It's easy. It's just, it's because it's going to broadcast on yours as well. The Bad Batch. Come on, Don. You can do it. Yeah.
With Tamora Morrison.
Yeah. You know, I'm almost tempted on Christmas to just go see it. Oh, not till Boxing Day. Okay.
Southland. Where's Southland?
I have no idea. I think I need a 12-year-old for the first time. Don, just follow the instructions.
Or just send out a help message to. We're gonna do this again.
Yes, we are.
He's probably asleep. Although he's West Coast too, right? He's California. Pablo, help this guy. Oh, the stormtroopers, yeah. C-word. C-word?
What? What's C word? What?
What's C-word?
What's C word? Can?
We are well with Periscope shutting down in a couple of months, right? End of March. There won't be any. There's no Periscope anymore. HAPS is actually doing really well for us. We're really enjoying the format, the way it's laid out, all the features that we have access to, being able to drop our own like little picture-in-picture videos and bring in other people to join our broadcasts, things like that. It works really well. Oh, California. Yes, means that Pablo is on the same coast as you. But he's probably still awake, hopefully still awake.
I'm glad you speak. There. If Pablo's up, he'll see it. Poor Pablo. We've got. I'm so abusing him. I am just still abusing them.
You can broadcast to other platforms too.
Yes.
Yes, that is one amazing thing that they set up. So right now we're still broadcasting it on Periscope because we still have a lot of viewers there. There's Jay Forsyth, Jay Bird's in the house.
Jay Bird!
And we're broadcasting to Facebook, to our Facebook page, and to Instagram. Are we
Periscope, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
and did YouTube actually get
YouTube?
working? YouTube
yes.
is working too.
Yes. You're a speaker as opposed to mute. Hey, Jay. Now, Jay, we need a proper time to get on and actually play together.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jay Forsyth, a.k.a. Jaybird. Directions to follow.
Rangers oh, there we go. Rangers of the New Republic, Star Wars Visions, Lando, of course, The Acolyte, and A Droid Story.
Wow, cool.
Droid Story, is that like Toy Story?
Don.
Thank you, Katie.
Go back to the invite. Yes, it's going to set you up to broadcast on air. And then what you do is you follow all the instructions, and then you look for our broadcast, and that's the one you've been invited to, and you play it like you're broadcasting. And then what it does is it'll show up here, and it'll show up on your profile as well. It works very similar to the OBS. Hello. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes,
Except
we do.
You don't have to add streaming keys because it all does that for us.
Yeah, it does it all for you.
It's been a whirlwind around here.
I believe it. Aren't you? Didn't you fly out somewhere? Or are you back? A Darksaber. We have not.
We have not. We've been toying around with ideas of how we could do that lighting effect.
You'd have to. Yeah,
practical, right?
You would have to get that rough, sort of crunchy, crackly. Sounds like I'm talking about food, doesn't it?
Suddenly want peanut brittle. Hey.
There you go.
Look at that, yeah.
You guys know
it's
each other.
like we're all moving over. Although Grand Admiral is still on
Is he?
Periscope. You see the little Twitter icon?
I see that
You're
little
still
Twitter
watching
icon.
us from Periscope. You're hiding on Periscope.
Get your butt over here. Get your butt over here.
Mhm.
You belong here with us. We don't want to lose you, mister. And here you can tip. Like you can do awards and you can do sponsorships and support.
Merry Festivus and Happy New Year. I'll see you guys broadcast again. Oh,
Oh, honey.
we'll be here.
We'll be here.
Depending on how Christmas plans go on Christmas Eve on the 24th, we may.
Who knows? We may broadcast on Christmas. Yeah. We don't know. We're kind of winging it. Well, we got this big, huge, massive here. Let me do this again. We got this big, huge, massive tree that we bought, right? So there's no room between us and the desk. And so once the tree's gone, we're going to go crazy.
Darksaber Batleth.
Oh, my God. Sparky Batleth.
Mhm.
Just the tip. Just the tip. We're not that kind of broadcast. So, Jay, when you want to hook up? I mean, Martin, go away. Jay, when you want to hook up?
Are we still trying to get Dawn on here?
I think so. He may have just disappeared to try it.
Dawn's crying.
Fake tree or real? Real.
Oh, absolutely real.
God, yeah, real.
We discovered after the fact that we actually not supposed to have real trees in this building. but
They didn't tell us.
They didn't tell us.
They didn't tell us.
So the super was like, okay, you know what? We didn't tell anyone. We didn't tell you guys. So just keep it on the low.
Yeah. So we got.
Usually something.
Well,
works
Dawn,
intuitively.
It's designed to broadcast down to other platforms as well, all at once. So if you're only going to stay on one app, then yeah, it would make sense. But
in my forehead. Who's
no,
hooking
just follow the directions.
up? Who's hooking up? Well,
Well,
don't do real trees.
oh no, you don't. Well, I guess the kind of nature or the kind of environment is kind of hard to nurture trees, so they'd be really expensive.
R2 is still in. He's in storage mode. Let's not call it scrap mode, please.
Yeah.
He's in storage mode.
we're thinking of just kind of biting the bullet and getting his head working and finding somewhere where he can sit on display. Because, yeah, his body is not going to roll ever again. I gave it Facebook link. Okay.
What's our Haps username? Same as
everywhere
else.
Same as everywhere. That. Where's the... Oh, because he's looking on Periscope, he can't. We'd send you the invite link, but because you're on Periscope at the moment, we can't do it. It won't show up as a link. So, yeah, no, you've got to answer the location. Then it gives you the next one.
It's also
on the next
crashing
one.
the browser.
What?
Storage is much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay. You just want to harvest him for parts, don't you?
Jay, behave yourself. Well, no, don't behave yourself, but try to behave yourself and fail. You know, the typical you.
I think he's just channeling his inner Jawa.
I suddenly have this vision of him in the robes and crouched down on his body to make himself small and short and just
on your knees, yeah.
Yes,
Walk on your knees to be a Jawa.
Hello there. There you go.
There.
That's how it works. That's how it works. I'm already following you.
Yeah.
Huh. I must have just found you somehow. Because, yeah, the typical me. Oh, my God, yeah. What's up, dudes?
Yeah,
there we go. That's how it works. So, Don, give your location if you can see me and hear me. Give your location and just go right through.
Are you using Chrome as well? Because I think they were saying it's not stable really on any other browsers.
Oh, yeah, Chrome's the only one right now because of the security on Chrome. To have a big middle leg. Oh, yeah.
He does.
Yeah, it's nice and big and solid and
Jawa,
supportive.
no one talked about Mongo the Jawa.
Oh my God!
It's when they have a really surly, uncooperative droid. They bring in Mongo. He'll take care of it.
He'll pull it apart, put it back together, and call it classic.
He'll just beat it.
Exactly.
Like Bobber.
You'd have to. Oh my God! I can see Bobber sitting in the corner of the sandcrawler. Just like
I think there was a droid in the Sandcrawler in the original episode 4
without
that
arms.
Looked like Bobber. Yeah,
that's true, possibly, and without arms and yeah.
This is not that type of broadcast.
No, this is not. This is definitely not that kind of broadcast. Oh,
no, not that kind of
broadcast. You let him influence you. Oh, Jay, you broke Martin. You broke Martin.
At least our cat's not grooming. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you missed that.
Herself.
You missed that. Leg up and everything.
She was being very inappropriate on camera, but she's a cat, so she doesn't care.
She's being a cat. Yeah, she doesn't care. Oh. Hey, Don, you fussing? So Jay, when do we want to talk about toy collecting and being geeks and what it's like at Christmas time when you don't get enough toys under the tree? They would drop the Bobber out of the pipe. Along the ground.
Tumbling down the dunes.
That's right. Kicking up sand. What are we doing tomorrow? Jay, what are you doing tomorrow?
Lab work.
Can you tell the difference between Periscope and the sales chaps messages? What?
Oh, in the messages? Yes.
Yes.
For Periscope, it's got a little Twitter icon next to your, because that one's coming from Periscope or Twitter, of course, but it's got a little Twitter icon next to your profile name. Facebook has the little Facebook F symbol. I don't know if YouTube shows up with
YouTube has the little arrow.
The little play arrow. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it puts it beside it, so you can see which app the comments are coming from. Although I keep clicking on Instagram, but it doesn't seem to.
It doesn't show our feed.
Yeah. So for example, What's Up Dudes is on Haps. Does your R2 have a big middle leg is on Periscope.
So you're literally every second comment is coming from the other platform.
Mm-hmm. I just did it.
I didn't hear that.
Okay. My evenings after 6 would be free. Just let me know and I'll try to make it happen. Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh. So do we want to talk about toys tomorrow? It's going to be so hard to go back and forth, Jay, and not overlap each other. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Let's see.
You got the thing a little further forward. All right, Dawn. We're in there.
Oh my gosh, it's almost Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Jay. It's almost Christmas Eve. Okay. So it's either tomorrow or after Christmas. How's your baby bobber? Toys. Yeah, I told Jay we got to get on and talk about toys. Us from the perspective of prop makers, and him as from the view of a collector.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jay, before Christmas or after Christmas? She says with an evil grin on her face.
I guess we can get all the errands done early.
I don't know.
So
We'll figure it out. Well, he says after 6. He's on the same time. He's on the same time zone now.
He's the same time zone as us.
Yeah, it's no longer a different time zone. This is going to be so much easier.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
it's going to be great. Toys. Okay, Don. I got the thing a little further forward. Have milk and cookies ready for Santa? Nah, he's got enough already. Oh, Bobber is still an idiot. The video I made for the Golden Squirrel Awards. Oh my God. Did we miss something?
Apparently.
I think I need a forehead vein transplant.
Oh,
Dawn.
No.
We're almost at a point here where we got to bail, guys.
Mm-hmm. 1 a.m.
So, Dawn, do you want to maybe try again tomorrow? Send us a message on Facebook or Twitter, or try us tomorrow or after Christmas. Well, since we're going into another lockdown on Boxing Day, like the biggest selling day of the year for Canadians, do we want to go the day after? Like on Boxing Day?
Boxing Day? Yeah.
Do we want to get on
26th?
Hey, Jay, what do you think about the 26th?
To win the Golden Nuts Award.
Nice. Tag you and post the link. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, Jay, why don't we say 26?
Not using this tomorrow. If we could try this and work it out before my broadcast, I'd be game for that. We'll see. Your broadcast is 1 p.m. Pacific, right? So that's 4 p.m. our time. You know, we got a lot of things we need to get done tomorrow during the day. Involve us being out of the house.
Oh, that's true. So. Okay. Answer yay or nay. JJJ.
What do you think of the date and time we just presented you? We're 100% sure.
Okay, you let me know by the end of tomorrow.
Yep. Because we still have a couple days after that, too.
Let us know by the end of tomorrow. Dawn, you can. I'm trying to encourage you over here because of the awards, because of the financial. And you can broadcast to Facebook from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all have been missing Jay and Bobber.
Bobber fat.
We'll know more tomorrow. Yay. Well, we can see because we'll probably be stuck inside for 99% of the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see maybe if Martin and I can do a day of broadcast back to back. That might be fun.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty awesome.
Missing broadcasting as well. Yay. So listen, guys, we're starting to wind down because it's like 1 o'clock and we've been nonstop today.
Almost 2.5 hours.
Make over on Facebook. I'm seeing the little video I did make over on Facebook. Okay, so you connected to Facebook. Fine.
Mhm.
Periscope. I know.
Mhm.
I know.
Hey,
Movie
Matthew.
Matthew.
You're going to move over here too.
You're coming
right?
over to Haps, right? Movie Matthew, you're coming over to Haps, right?
Well, no.
You're getting your butt over here, right? Okay.
Not no, but no.
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 Yeah.
He will canal. After
Canal.
Canal.
Wow.
And one more thing.
Yes.
Sounds like an ultimatum. And one more thing. Up to date with what?
Your birthday was
with
Tuesday.
Lower Decks. Well, how many episodes are there? We've only found 6.
Can we spell check that, please?
Just in case. There we go. Lower Decks. Good man.
Darling, repost the whole thing, and I'm gonna hide this one. Yes, we are, but retype that completely. Like, are you up to date with Lower Decks? And I will hide that one before someone sees it and gets offended. And
yeah,
and that, and then yes. So go ahead and hide that. Well, go ahead and I'm gonna hide it though. So one of the things I am loving about this app is it didn't delete it; it hid it. So we can still see it, but no one else does. Signia 43-inch 4K Fire TV. Wow. And now night, Katie.
Night, Katie.
I thought you hit the ditch with that one. Well, I guess it depends on I do. Yeah, I guess it depends on whether you like Lower Decks or not. Yeah. I know.
Are we up to date? How many episodes are there? Because we only found 6.
Thank you, Grant.
I think you can edit your own comments as well.
Yes, you can edit your own comments, but I can't. And it was scrolling up too fast. So
TV is great.
I hit it. But yes, you can edit right after the fact. You just hit the edit button and it pulls the comment away, lets you edit it, and then puts it back up.
No, it's my turn to not yawn. Are you good? You
Nice.
set up in a movie room.
Not my room.
Not my room. Oh, that's okay. We keep.
Oh, thank you,
thank you,
Jay.
Jay. We keep getting told that it's bad.
See, Dawn, it's things like that.
Yeah.
That I want you on here for, because I think it's time you got tips virtually for all that wonderful bagpiping you do. You know, like I deleted one and thought better to take back. It's great. It's so tiny on phone. Just gotta get it working on tablet. Well, a lot of us are using. Remember, if you use a browser, use Chrome. Jay, thank you again. You, honey, are incredible. Or over, we can use it.
Yeah. I mean, we keep getting told it's bad form to have a TV in your bedroom as well.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
We don't have much of a choice ourselves.
Yeah,
we're in a studio loft, so our couch.
We just gotta resist. We gotta resist. Not fold out the bed. You know, only fold out the bed when. Yeah.
A Blu-ray player.
Oh my God, the change in living for us, going from a full place with all the different rooms to one room. Basically, this whole place except the washroom is one room.
Thank God the washroom's separate. Could you imagine that?
Oh my
It'd be
God.
kind of awkward.
Oh my God. So I'm starting to wind down.
Apps are more stringent with typos. Well, it's those little keywords that their algorithms will pick up. All right.
What they do is they put this little notification up that says, "Is this broadcast safe?"
Yep.
And you can either hit safe or not safe. So anyone can see a comment like that and suddenly hit not safe. And it kind of points in that direction. I am game for tips. E-busking. Yes. It's not that hard, honey. Breathe. This whole thing out. You too as well, Jay? Oh my God, guys. Now I am finished. Playing on Facebook only tomorrow. Oh, honey.
Nice, yeah.
You can do it. I know you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
We'll help you figure it out.
And not at
One way or
1
another.
o'clock in the morning here.
Or 10 p.m. in there. In your
10
time zone.
p.m. is not that bad.
No.
All right, folks. Jay, thank you so much for the tips and the awards. Awards have been kind of slow lately. I've been noticing a lot of people are still just kind of playing around. You will notice as you do certain tasks, you log on every day. There's a whole list of tasks. I I can't remember where they find them, but as you do more tasks, they give you the coinage. So what Martin and I have been doing is we're going to see if we can accumulate 3,000-4,000 and then pick and choose and just go crazy with them. But yes, they help you in your first little batch of you. If you invite people, there's a whole bunch of ways that you can get coinage. So they give you your first batch of coins for you to be able to award broadcasters. So log on every day, even if you're just there to just log on, a little window, will pop up and say, you get another X number of coins, and the coins translate to real money. So it costs you nothing to learn the app, and you can pick your favorite broadcasters in order to give the coins too. So for example, Grand Admiral, Dawn, all you guys, you can do what Jay just did, or you can let it, log in a few days back to back and get even more coins, and you can do it, more times. And it's not going to cost you anything until you decide to buy more. Yeah, high five. See, and that's how it works. And see, that money will come to us. We have to get $200. Yeah. And once we get up to $200, we can cash it in.
Because unlike Periscope, you don't have to go through all the hoops of replays
and X number of
this and that and everything.
And you'll notice on everyone's profiles as well, there's a sponsorship. And that's something like that's X number of dollars a month. So say you want to put $5 a month on a sponsor, or you want to put, Martin and I would like to go back to building and teaching people again. So, to do that, if we get a few good sponsors, then that will financially help us, and we'll be able to do it again. And we'd love to go back to that because you guys seem to be enjoying it, but we ran out of money. So it's not letting me delete it. What the comment? I already hit it.
Yeah. So that could be why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to sign off as well. I'll tag you in the link in the video of my word presentation. Yes. Thank you. And you'll notice they kind of tongue in cheek. They've also got a Super Heart Award.
Yeah. Which we may have actually.
We may have
that.
Yeah, and the coffee one I think was us too.
Yeah.
Because Pablo was in on those broadcasts.
That's right, yeah.
If any of you guys have problems, follow the HAPS team. So Pablo, Peter, but basically do a search for anyone who's got HAPS developer in their title and follow them all. And that way, when you're doing comments, you can tag them and say, come on over. And they'll either come later on and let you know, or they will come into your broadcast while they're, you're live and help you out. As well, you'll notice on this app, people can make comments after the fact. So your replay can still get comments, still get awards, still get what you would get live, which I think is great, because if you guys miss a broadcast, you can still help us out. You can still ask questions. Yep. You can still notify us of things, and it's wonderful. I think that the app is really turning into something incredible. In your lower text, this video is locking up. All right, honey. All right, talk to you later, Dawn. Appear to be less Slack than Periscope and Minzy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, they've been awesome.
Really on the ball.
They're up to their eyeballs in
Justin.
Tech support stuff, and constantly adapting and modifying the code and improving things. So yeah, they're being great. So
keep updating your apps as well. On the browser, it's not that big a deal. It's just a matter of quitting your browser and reopening it. But if you're using the app, make sure that you're always up to date. Because as they do major changes, of course, it'll be reissued to the stores, the Google store, whatever. What is it on a non-app, not a Mac?
Yeah, it's the Google Play store.
Okay. Yeah. And then for Apple users, it's the Mac store.
Yeah, the App Store.
App Store. So yeah, just keep making sure you're up to date. Oh, Newfoundlander, we're going, honey. We're heading out.
We've gone on for 2.5 hours already, so
we're heading out.
We're getting tired.
We are. We're starting to wind down.
Oh, that's refugees looking for life rafts.
Nice. Well, thank you, everyone.
When your ship gets eaten by a space whale.
Thank you for the awards. Thank you for the learning curve. Martin and I are starting to fade. Our sense of humor is starting to go dry in a different way. You guys who just came in, go ahead, watch the replay, and our cat licking herself in the middle of it all.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
She's such a lady.
She is. On the broadcast too. I am so embarrassed. Oh my god. All right. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we just we let back then they weren't really doing it yet. They had all these other things, and then I think a few of us just kept saying to the developers that was an important thing for us. And they already have these journalism badges because this was started as a journalism app originally. Yeah, they have all these journalism badges, and then they went, hold on, might as well just take VIPs and give them their ribbons. They deserve them. They use them. And Haps, you can find Haps as a news channel for the past 3 or 4 years on Periscope. So it's not like they're not aware of what Periscope is, and so they're going to do their best to be unique, but also kind of take a jab at Periscope every once in a while with these cute little things like the Super Heart Award. It's like, that's hilarious. You didn't see my comment. Oh no. Oh. Get mine transferred as well. Give them a little time. It looks like they've got more developing team on the team. I'm seeing more Haps identities, and developers on here. So I'm assuming that Pablo and Peter just fried. It just became too much. So they're still here, and they're still really good, and they're still really into what they're doing. So just keep your eye open for any IDs that say developer, and subscribe to them so that they know you're there. And they should be able to subscribe back to you and be able to communicate. And just at in their names once you subscribe to them, and they will see what's happening on your profile. I think I also saw in the tutorials how to. So look at the tutorials. Look in the video tutorials. I think there was one there that said how you can transfer them over.
Yeah. So was in the tutorials.
So I think what they're doing is they're just going to your Periscope, checking to make sure that yes, you are a VIP, and then if you are, they give you that little green ribbon that they've given myself and a number of other people. And ta-da! You wind up with a VIP. Cool. Justin, I'm going to follow you because you're VIP. And there we go. Las Vegas, Nevada. Paranormal researcher. So there we go. See that as well. Thanks. You are welcome. You are so welcome. So Martin and I are fading.
We are a very important person.
Martin and I are definitely fading, and I think we have to hit the hay, and the radiators come on, so it's not gotten hotter and hotter and hotter in here. So yeah, we don't have individual controls on our rads in this building, so we can't turn it down.
Thank you for subscribing, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Grand Admiral says he's a peasant. I'm going to say he's a peasant. All right, guys. Likewise. Glad to see you guys in here. Yeah, it's really good. Slowly, one at a time, I'm finding everyone. So we are a community again. We are a family. And for those of family, and for those of you who don't know, we are referred to as Hapsters. We are Hapsters. So that's what we are being referred to as, Hapsters. So it's like hipsters, but with an A.
Yep.
All right, folks.
Well, considering this was created by guys on the West Coast.
That's true. Every single broadcast ends the same way, and I really do mean it. Respect yourself more than anyone else, and everything will be fine. If you don't respect yourself, no one can respect you. It's the same with self-love. You don't love yourself, and no one can love you. And remember, love and respect are not ego. Love and respect are never ego. Hipsters, Hapsters. 2 P's, silly man. See? HAPPSTER. Hapster.
It's like a hamster, but
no M and no.
That's
complicated.
It's a happening hamster.
That complicates it. Yeah, apparently that's how they came up with the name. It's happening. So it's Haps. What's Haps?
What's Haps, dude?
Which I think is adorable. And Martin? Just in case you don't see them between now and then, say Merry Christmas, Martin.
Merry Christmas, Martin.
All right, folks. We'll talk to you all later. Thank you for joining us. And we are going to bed. We are hitting the hay. Everyone take care of yourself and be safe. All right? Yeah. Open house. And on that note, bye, guys.